Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? We got about 2.5 minutes before the open. We have NVIDIA earnings after hours today, so that's pretty awesome. Trying to find some music. I guess that'll work. Morning, morning, morning. What's up, Gary? What's up, Candace? What's up, Cheap-tastic? What's up, Green Candlestick? What's up, Adam? What's up, Alexis? What's up, King Carnage? So about that NVIDIA swing. I didn't see NVIDIA pre-market, so I can't even. I'm just assuming off your message what it's doing. That's funny. Good morning, all. Good morning, dude. Good to see you again, Spanish. And I'm sorry if I'm saying y'all's names on YouTube like wrong, but all of y'all's names are fucked up. It's not y'all's fault, by the way. I would like to thank the person who gifted me a sub yesterday. Sadly, due to illness, I have not been here for quite a while. Your gift is greatly appreciated. Damn, Candace, I really hope you get better. I'm sorry to hear that. And it was either, to answer your question, it was either Kevo or Matty Ice that gifted the sub. So, one of them. I remember reading your name out yesterday. I was like, because one of them gifted subs, and it went to like 10 people that like I know easily. Like I could easily remember, right? And I think you were one of them. Instead of it gifting subs to a bunch of random people we've never heard of before. But guys, to focus on the game plan today, it's the exact same as yesterday. You're kind of focused on short-term direction from this. And then, of course, 660 is another short-term directional level. So a break of 660 can bring this, which we're already kind of bearish from 2 days ago. This was a continuation of that. So we're kind of asking ourselves, if this breaks, is this a continuation of that? So we'll see. This morning in the pre-market, we're getting a little bit of a bounce, but I would be lying to you if I said that it was bullish. Why does it keep asking me to turn on this? I'll tell you what YouTube's asking me to turn on, and it has just a turn on button. There's no dismiss button. It just has to stay there. Automated ads help you earn more while optimizing the experience for channel members. That is so cringe. Yeah, let me spam my people with ads. The people who are already a member of the channel, let me spam those people with ads too. That'd be really cool. I don't understand YouTube sometimes. Yeah, I'll check NVIDIA. I need to check my swing real quick too. Oh, it did gap up. Isn't that what you wanted? I think I remember you being bullish on this. Never mind. I didn't do what I thought. To be honest, though, a lot of really good setups yesterday look good for like a quick 1 day bounce. So we'll see if we get that 1 day bounce today. I need to check my swing too. Thank you for reminding me. Oh shit. We might need. I only bought 2 of them. I'm gonna TP one of them really early. 193. TPing 1 of 2 at 19. Did I spell that right? Yeah. 193. Oh my god, I just got filled for way more than 193. Oh, it just dropped. That's why. 207. I was like, holy shit. Runner stop loss at 174.75. Was gonna hit 1.93, but it dropped more. Good for us. I said goof for us. I didn't say good for us. Goof for us. I don't even remember entry cost. 163. What's 4,400 divided by 163? All right, that's how much we made on the first con. All right, good shit. Anybody who I'm glad I didn't get greedy and I took profit on one at least. All right, and then I posted the runner stop loss. If anybody doesn't know what the fuck they're doing after holding it and TPing some of the position, guess what? You're in the exact same suit I am. All right. $207 is a great sell, by the way, for first contract on that. All right, guys, I got to focus on you again. Yeah, I just made 20% on that trade. Dude, good shit. You and me just both made some money this morning. Two completely different setups, two completely different directions. But you know what? We both did it. Good shit. I'm shorting a military stock, and you're long NVIDIA. Good shit, bro. Yeah, I'm not trying to get cocky, but yesterday after we won, I was like, man, how many day trades have I had in a row in this stream like that were all good? Because it's not like I'm in here calling out every day. And I went back and I was looking, and we're actually on an 8-day trade streak in here. The last 8 scalps I have personally called out have all been really good. The lowest win was like 20-something%. So I'm pretty happy with that. And the biggest one was actually not yesterday, but Monday. Monday was our biggest wins. We had a trade go like 30-something%, 70-something%, and then our runner went like back to 38%. So we had like a lot of really good gains on Monday. I also don't like to look at that stuff because it'll make me think like more, If I know I'm on like an 8-win streak, or if I'm looking at other stuff, or I know I'm on like a loss streak, even like it'll fuck with you. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? It's not like I'm the guy that likes to go on like huge streaks or anything, so very cool feeling. The trade log, like for the swings or the day trades. I don't really track my day trades, to be honest with you. I used to do it every day as like a thing, but I don't like to think about it as much now. I like to like prep for it, do it, review it, and then just never touch it again. It's like I don't know, like let's say you got like a relationship, you wouldn't like keep talking to her after y'all broke up. You'd probably like never talk again. Or weirdly enough, be friends and still probably not talk that much. Couldn't remember which one you were doing. It's been a while. That was probably part of like a video or something. I've been doing like the trade log for my swings, like manually in the Discord, just to kind of share like what's up, like how have we been doing. But I haven't really been like keeping a log for the day trades because it's like kind of kept in my thing, and then I don't know. I don't like to. I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels really weird whenever I get my results together and they're like really good, and then like my job is supposed to go out and share those results and like glaze to people and be like, "Look, guys, look how great I am. Come join my group." That is I know I'm literally a group owner, but that is the thing that is the bane of my existence. I can't do it. I can't. I can't go on to Twitter and be like, "Look, guys, look how great I am." Like I've done it before, and it just feels really weird. And every time I do it, it brings an idiot into the group, and it never ends well for that idiot because they never take the time to actually look at anything. They lose money. And they're like, "What the fuck? I thought this was a Signal server." Like, no, we do trade together, but I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand for you, bud. Anybody in here will back me up on that too. Like, I don't have to sit here and tell people that I call out to make call outs. Like, we understand that, right? Because there's plenty of people who on surface level will be like, "Yo, do you call out or not?" No? Okay, well, I'm done with you. Fuck you. But we all know plenty of people in here who do just that. Call out, make plenty of money, do really great for the group, try to lead by example, really try to pick some of the people that are behind us, more in front of us now. Not really trying to treat people like weirdos. So that's why I don't like to do that. That's how he got me to join. Yeah, I haven't gotten rid of you yet. I can't shake you off yet, Adam. Nothing will get you to leave. No, I'd never want you to leave. Good morning, VC. Good morning, Dr. J. A ton of people want you to hold their hand, just not during market hours. Yeah, literally. A ton of people want you to hold their hand, just not during market hours. Nah, you stuck with me, for real. It's funny, though, like, because some people will, like, get in a big bad mood about it, that kind of thing. They'll be like, oh my God, you don't post signals every second of every day? I'm sorry, I've met real traders. There isn't a real trader in this world that trades everything. I'm sorry. Like the amount of signals you see posted on Twitter and like different discords is crazy to me because that's not how that works at all. Google's erect. I'm actually really happy to hear that. They had that same look too. Yesterday, the day before, I was talking about how they were starting to look more bearish, and then yesterday I said they held a hammer at the area we said was bearish, so they kind of like 50-50'd it, but kept it bullish. So I'm honestly not surprised to see this happening today for Google. I'm actually pretty happy for them. There's a lot of setups like that too. We talked about that with Nvidia and Meta. Me and Cheaptastic did. He liked the Nvidia because it has that look where it's like potentially okay candle at a low. So I mean, just basic shit, you know. But that's good enough. I mean, that looks like it should go up short term. And then the other one I mentioned was where the hell's Meta? There she is. Just because again, how much it's already been dropping before the market fell. It fell with the market, and now it's still down here. So there's a couple of them that are. I mean, this one didn't look as great. Tesla did look a lot better. Healthcare is still going up with Eli Lilly. ExxonMobil's still down after breaking 118.30s. Yeah, we're leaving XOM alone for a little bit. We'll let her have her space, then we'll return. Costco kept falling, so Staples did fall, guys. That's actually a bullish signal for tech. So if you see XLK or Triple Q bounce today, it's not a bad sign. I already see they're holding a little bit this morning, but nothing super crazy. Huh. I'd also like to point out yesterday's candle. I know we already talked about this in the Discord and a little bit in the stream yesterday. But this candlestick is pretty freaking important. Would anybody like to tell me what this candle represents? I guess I could delete this chart. Can anybody tell me what this means, though? Right here. I've gone over this. I would be willing to say I've gone over this close to 1,000 times on my YouTube channel and within my own Discord. Google's officially your best stock performance you've ever purchased. Good to shit. I just said good to shit because I tried to read one more thing in between that. Good shit. That's crazy, Andrew, that you're the one saying that because in my shoes, I would think AMD is your best performer. That's crazy that you do have a bigger winner. You're doing great this year, then. If that's not even your biggest winner, that's crazy. Indecision, Garden got it. Indecision. And a lot of the time after we see indecision, again, what are the attributes of an indecisive candle? And you could almost apply this to every gapped up candle and gapped down candle when they're approaching a higher low. Again, kind of assuming oversold or overbought without using RSI. And you can see that on this candle, it's just indecisive. How do we know that? It's got long legs on both sides and a small body. So what does that tell us to do next? So there's always a what is it, and then what does it tell us, right? This tells us that we need to wait to see what today's reaction is. So on this time frame specifically, the daily, if we have a green candle appear today, that would show that some buyer pressure has finally popped up. Not just today, but also at the back end of the yesterday candle, right? If we were to have a red candle today, that would tell us that the selling has not stopped. It just needed a little bit of a rebuttal yesterday, a little bit of a refresh. So if we get a green reaction close today on the daily, that would be a very good sign for the market to go up possibly. Dead inside. I really need to fix my charts again. I have too many. I'm getting really used to these levels now too. Like I literally can just feel out where 674, 680, 671. There's so many like super important key levels from every time frame. Like those 3 levels I just said, you could almost draw those, and you have those on every time frame. I don't know about the monthly or weekly, but daily down, those 3 levels are pretty important. Pretty insane, right? Oh yeah, that too, Garden. I said it yesterday, but yeah, I didn't even hit my brain. Yeah, you're right about that too. Not just the candlestick pattern, but does anybody else remember what we have today after hours? Nvidia earnings. What is Nvidia? Why is Nvidia so important? Nvidia is the largest market weight, so that's why it's important. Very, very good memory by Garden. By the way, Garden, you'd laugh at me, but I dropped a trazodone the other day and I couldn't find it. I thought my puppy took it. So I was like, this whole time I was like, man, she's gonna sleep good tonight. But then I found it like a week later. And she didn't take it. I was a little worried, I won't lie, but everyone kept telling me that she was gonna be fine. But then I found out she didn't even have it. You have a 12-pound dog that takes it? Okay, never mind. I definitely would have been fine. Lily's 30 pounds now. You know how I weigh her? I go get on the scale and then I add her weight to my weight. That's funny. Okay, so I really didn't have to be worried at all then. You were taking a dog that's like half my dog's size, and it's fine. What milligram does your dog take? Oh, damn, that's today. Yeah, that's today. Nvidia earnings is today. We are seeing a buyer hold the 660. We talked about this in the pre-market prep. If anybody was in here in the beginning of the stream, we talked about it. We probably will see some upside in the very beginning, but the true direction won't be made until it's above 664 50s and 666s. That'll provide more bullish analysis for us to go up towards 670, possibly a little under 670. If we see a loss of 660, you are probably seeing a pullback. If you see any early seller rejections or early seller signs under 664.53, that can also be seen as a seller sign, considering it is bearish. We were bearish this day, fell. They made this bearish, fell, rejected this. So what happens if we reject this again? Bearish. What happens if we go over it? Bullish. It's very simple, guys. Keep it simple. Keep it stupid. Stupid and simple. Actually, the right way to say that is keep it simple, stupid. Pronounced KISS. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that saying. Andrew, man, thank you for resubscribing on the YouTube membership thing. I still don't know what to call it. FOMC minutes also, no? Let me see. I stopped looking. I did post it. Let me see. Yes, but go to the weekly news channel. I made sure to post this message because I have to always explain this to everybody. Because I think a lot of people think minutes are the important one, but they would be wrong. Minutes are not important. Just telling you that now. I'll just read it out. This is the difference between the FOMC statement and the FOMC minutes, just so everybody understands, because there is a complete difference. The FOMC statement is a short, immediate release following a meeting that announces the committee's monetary policy decision and its immediate outlook, while the minutes are a detailed 3-week later publication that provides an in-depth information on the range of views discussed during the meeting. So FOMC minutes, like I've explained a lot, they are a review of a past meeting. They are not like that big of a deal, right? Things that are a big deal can come from those minutes. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every single minute that comes out is going to be, stupid and irrelevant. No, there are some that are going to be very irrelevant. I'm not saying that at all. But I don't like to apply the level of importance on the minutes like I do the statement, if that makes sense. Like, you know how that site we use has like red dots, orange dots, and yellow dots, and I don't even use the yellow or orange? I would personally put FOMC minutes as an orange dot. That is not a red dot to me. That is not high priority. Because more times than not, nothing does happen. If anything, it's just a volatility booster. So that's why I like to provide it in the news to kind of remind people, hey, this is happening this week. Maybe don't trade around this, this hour or so. Just because, again, volatility can get a little funky. If something does happen to come out, that would genuinely kind of suck. You were catching like a super obvious bullish trade, and then some bearish news comes out. That would genuinely suck. But I like to explain that because I think a lot of people just hear FOMC or see FOMC and they think they're the exact same thing. But there is an absolute difference. One of them is actually super, 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 super important. One of them is basically a live stream. The other one's like a 3-week late notes. But yes, Candace, we do have it. Triple Q looking great. Minutes tickle the market. Yeah, you're not wrong. And yeah, Triple Q is doing really good. We talked about tech this morning. This is actually what helped me catch bearish trades yesterday. Seeing this under 281.50s helped us if you were in the stream yesterday. And then seeing this reject 601 helped us become bearish. So imagine us getting over those levels again. 601 on Triple Q or 281.60s on XLK. Imagine the boost that would get, right? We used that to help us catch this big drop on SPY yesterday. Day before, we waited till a little bit after the open. So it's not that crazy of a trend to wait a little bit at the open and then catch the next trade. SPY at pre-market high. Thank you for that great update, Elias. Good to see you, dog. No, Candace, you're good. I didn't think you meant that at all. I just wanted to explain that because I know there are some people in here who probably don't know that difference. And if you all know the difference, then, screw me. But I'd rather go over it than not go over it. But no, Candace, if anything, you just gave me a good reminder of what I could talk about there. I didn't think you thought that at all. You've been around a while. Plus, you actually typed minutes, so I felt you knew the difference. Considering some people don't even type minutes, they'll just be like, "Don't we have FOMC today?" It's like, don't you know that there's a difference? I probably sound bitter saying it like that, but you got to remember how many times I've probably been asked this. Not from you. You're not asking. I meant there's plenty of people in the past who genuinely be like, "Yo, what's minutes or what's FOMC or what's this?" It's like, brother, we all have the same access to the internet. I'm not taking my information from anywhere else than where you guys can take it from. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of people ask me stuff like that. It's like, brother, is this called Bueller Buys Federal Reserve Decision Making Channel, or is this Bueller Buys? I'm not a specialist in this shit. I never act like I will be. I know some of the surface stuff, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, I know every inch of monetary policy, and I know exactly what the Federal Reserve can do. I know exactly what Trump's going to do. I don't know any of that shit. I don't know. I know Trump wants Powell gone, and I know that Trump doesn't have the actual power to remove Powell from the seat, so he's just kind of, smoke and mirrors right now. Plus, if he somehow did come up with a reason to remove Powell, that would be insane for our markets. I mean, you all know the effect Powell has. Anytime that motherfucker speaks, the candles start turning green. We get a big dip before he speaks, and then he starts speaking, we go up. It's that simple. Not every time, but we all know the Powell effect. Someone in here is going to be like, no, Bueller, no, it is every time. Out of Tesla calls for a small gain and got out of NVIDIA at open, 3.27% account gain so far. Bro, Cheap-tastic has not slowed down this week. He said market gains. He said, do you mean the whole market is my gain? Still just getting a bounce from the open. Nothing really out of the ordinary yet. Like we said, we expected to get some of a bounce towards 664.53, but this is really where the decision-making process begins. Is direction from these two levels. The first day on Monday this week, it was a target area. Yesterday, it was our main key area to decide for direction, and today it's the exact same thing. 660 was also very helpful if we had kept falling under the previous day close, but they didn't want to do that today. But we'll see if we end up under that later. All right, I'm fully getting out of RTX. I just want to focus on stream now. 184 was the final sell. 207 was the first. 163 was the entry. Not the craziest swing result. But I can't complain. I'm kind of happy about the trades on stream too. We've done a lot of really good scalps. Anybody in here who's been paying attention with me on scalps have been doing a really, really, really good job. And then my swings have been not as good as my scalps, but still really good. We finally got to 664.53. We'll see what kind of decision can happen from here now. How was everyone this morning, though? How has y'all's week been? Did I give Linwood perms? I haven't seen him type in here yet. No, he does have perms. She does have perms. Never mind. Honestly, I was cool with no one posting on the Big Workshop channel today because I figured today y'all's analysis would be literally the exact same as mine just because there was really nothing to mess up. So I figured you all were fine. But I'm just triple checking. We're all good. My BB Workshop guys, we're all good. I figured we're fine. Oi, what's up, Lag? Good to see you, dude. How was your day, man? Anything new with the French Revolution? You just woke up? Wow, so you don't even care about France. That's crazy. I'm good working today, so less time to interact. You're good, Garden. You're good. I'm just checking on y'all, making sure we're all Gucci. But I'm glad to hear you're all good. You're just busy. I need to tag the other three. I'm assuming that you're all just busy, but I wanted to make sure. Because I'd rather you be busy and me annoy you, bugging you, than you be sitting there in silence, over trading your ass off. I just woke up. Oh, just the Spy almost at previous day high now. Good job, Elias. You did a good job updating us on the pre-market breakout as well as touching this previous day level almost. All right, Garden. I'm not going to tag you, but that's because I already heard from you. Yep, that's what I meant to type. All right, Carter's doing good. Good. By the way, Andrew, I don't remember if I said it or not, but thank you for your thing. I thought you were a member for longer than 13 months, but I'm assuming your thing like got discontinued in between. Canadians, man. You just can't help them. I'm kidding, by the way. I've not had a single interaction with a Canadian that I've not enjoyed, actually. Every Canadian I know is pretty chill. I think the stereotype actually is a thing with Canadians. But that's a good thing, though, for them. Because all the stereotypes for Canadians are like compliments, basically. Got you, broski. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Oh, I've been in the Discord for like 3 years now, I think. I can go look now if you want me to. Because, you actually typed in here today, so I can click your name a little easier. I'm just fucking with you. Beautiful profile. December 7th, 2022. You're actually about to be on your 3rd year. The 7th of next month will be your 3rd year in a row. That's crazy. It's wild, too, because if you were to just straight up ask me, for most people in the chat, like individually, how long have they been here? And I think I would over answer. Like with you, I would have said like 4 or 5 years. Because it, like, with how much impact you've had, it has felt like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you asked, how long has Dr. J been here? I'd probably say a lot longer than he's actually been here. Because it's just like, in my head, because he's been around so much and he's always here, it's like, it makes me think he's been here a lot longer, but that's not even the case. Like, some of you are literally still approaching your 3-year mark, which, don't get me wrong, that is still a long ass amount of time to be in a group like that. I mean, we're a little different though. We don't run like normal groups, so I get it. I like to go against the grain. A lot of people in my group are really, really, really smart. I'd honestly put a lot of individual traders in my group against like owners of other groups. I'm always like, I'd put my traders against anyone else's traders. But I mean, at this point, I'd put any one of my traders against anyone else's group owner at this point. That's how strong a lot of my traders are. And I'm not even taking any of that credit away from them. They generally, a lot of them have done that for themselves or earned it over time or worked for it. It's not like I gave them some secret tip and then randomly they started killing it. It's like, it's a time thing. It's an experience thing. It's getting reps, letting that experience actually take over you. There's a ton of people like that in here. Have you ever interacted with a French Canadian? Wait, that's a good question. I don't think Jack is French Canadian. Andrew's definitely not French Canadian. I don't think Blink is French Canadian. He's like Ukrainian Canadian. I used to call him the Ukrainian. Yeah, I don't think any of the people I know are French Canadian. They're all just like Canadian or from another country Canadian. It's pretty cool, actually. I didn't know that till I met Blink, but there's actually a large Ukrainian community that moved to Canada. Previous day high broke on SPX. Great call out. Trade review and workshop mentor. Oh, Gary was kicking ass. That's why he wasn't talking. He said, "Shut up, Bueller. I'm doing things." They're a different breed, really. Yeah, we aren't supposed to. Yeah. Don't talk about my secret tips, because if we do that, then everybody will get rich, and that'll just be a problem. Less wealth for the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Secret tips. What you call French in sandals? Is it going to be racist? Felipe flop. Felipe. Felipa. Yeah, they are all in my city. Oh, damn. Why? What's wrong with French Canadians? What's so different about them? What's special about them? What am I not getting? Then everyone will want to break that free paywall to your yeah, exactly. How dare they get past that free paywall? That's why I always laugh when someone's like, oh, you have this and that. It's like, brother, I don't even tell people to sign up. If anything, I'm the worst salesman ever. I'd be sitting up here telling people to not sign up yet. Don't sign up yet. Enjoy yourself first. Who the hell says that nowadays? No racisms here, sir. Yeah, you're damn right. No racisms. You're damn right. I think the best way to explain them is Floridians of the North. Oh my, y'all have a Florida race? Yeah, like that whole meme of like Ohio, Florida, like that's a real thing here. People from those states are not just built different, they're just different. So y'all have your own Floridians, I see. Yeah, them people from Florida are a little wild. Why do you think Leland moved there? Pretty sure Matty Clams moved there too. We had a couple of freaks in my chat. Nah, to be fair, there are tons of parts of Florida that are beautiful though. I remember driving to Florida. When you get to Florida, like driving through Florida was the long ass part. It's like when you drive through Texas. It's like it just takes forever and you're in the same state. That's what it felt like driving up and down Florida. Florida is the dream. Yeah, Florida's pretty nice, I won't lie. I'm making fun of it, but it is actually pretty nice. I'm making fun of it out of good jest, though. The Cajuns with the weird accent. By the way, what's up, Eric? Eric, would you like to be the next person in the chat that I add to that thing? Now, Eric would be fun to add because he'd be covering things that we're not looking at. He'd be like looking at like features and stuff now. All right, let's look at Gary's thing. To what thing? Sorry, I was paying attention to charts. Now you're good. This is the time to be focused on that. Have you seen the BB Workshop channel in the chat, Eric, at all? It's kind of like it's like the new mentor group thing, but it's not. We're not calling it that. I don't want to call it mentor group. Nobody call it that because that's not what this is. It's just a place for like people to kind of like let me focus on them more, and then we'll go over that stuff on stream, as well. I'm trying to add like different people too that I think will have like a really good like variety of things because like the 4 people I have in there now are Carter, Linwood. I almost said React, Devonte, and then of course Garden. And I don't know, I'm not even being strict either. Like I don't really blame people if they're not posting every day. But I do want to see their prep or their reviews or whatever they're going for, and then we can go over it in the stream in there. So far, it's been good. But I think you'd be a good 5th person to add soon because you're going to be looking at like NQ and ES, which you'll still be looking at the same template of stuff as we are, but you'll of course be looking at a different chart, you know. So I think you'll be fun to add in there for anybody who might be interested in futures, but is like, yo, your system works over multiple things. It's like, yeah, it does. I've seen someone trade corn with my strategy. So yes, it works on everything. You just need a chart. You just need a chart. You can add me? Awesome. All right, I'm not going to add you just yet, but I will. Actually, yeah, I will. Fuck it. Just because you're special. It's in the VIP section in case you didn't find it. Nice, guys. Eric, have you been a part of any of my things? I don't think I've ever done like a... like a special project with Eric yet. Send messages, yes. Embed links, touch files. Also, I'm gonna be honest with you, Eric. I really want to see you do really well in this channel because I would love to shit on everybody who's in the BB Futures channel who made me make that channel. Why did I have to make another channel just for y'all to let it die again? You know? So I would love to see you do so well. Not just because we're friends. I would just love to see it just in general. That actually annoys the shit out of me. What really annoys me too, and I'm not trying to like call out Carl or Odin because I actually do like these guys, but like there was almost like drama because of this channel. Like there was almost drama because of this channel, and now it's just no one's posting in it. It's like, why did y'all even have me make this shit? I'm not even trying to be a bad sport, but it's just like, this is like the 30th time this has happened, and I called it every time. I wanted to see it do well. Breaking our levels of direction, yes, sir. Right now, you need to be spamming through your sectors. Because if this doesn't break above this or continue holding, which we really shouldn't be looking to trade this if it does go above it, because we've just been going up from the open. So I'd go through your sectors right now. You can see tech, comms. Those are the main two leading the rally are tech and comms. Which remember, comms are your Metas, your Googles, your Netflixes. So Google's probably the big reason that one's up today, because Meta and Netflix are both red right now. And then here's your discretionary chart. This is your Tesla and your Amazons. Your banks, you see they're actually up a little bit. Healthcare not going down or hurting anything. The only thing that actually went down was Staples. Like I said earlier in the stream, that's going to probably be really good for like your tech chart. That's probably why we're seeing this do the best. You're just seeing kind of the very beginning of that reverse from the flight to safety. Possibly putting a lot of money from Staples into tech today. We'll see if that continues, of course, but from the open, that is definitely what happened. What the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Sorry, guys. I'm just typing a bunch in this stupid futures channel that shouldn't exist. First of all, I was on break and it's been 2 weeks. LOL. Yes, sir. Waiting for a confirmation kind of trade from here. My goat Ronaldo met Donald J. Trump yesterday. New Battlefield update today. Watching Disney for a possible upside movement needs to hold 106 and 107. Interested in 1128 or 1225, 109 calls. Not bad positioning. I guess you could see it as like a liquidity move so far. Oh, it had earnings. That sucks. Was it that bad? I guess I'd have to look. All right, good looks, Alexis. Let me know how that goes for you. I have it on my other watch list, so I'll eventually look at it again today. Today. Good shit, though. Yeah, I think waiting is a good idea. Because, again, I don't know if this first direction of the day is going to be the direction for the entire day. This is a great bounce, you know. We were expecting it to go up, at least towards this area. Now we're seeing it over the area, so kind of crazy how it's still going, not going to lie. Might just see 670 straight up. And I did not call that out, just if anybody in here is wondering. Because, dear Christ, if Bueller has a moment where he's not doing great, everything always has to be going great. Also, I'm looking now, Lag. It hasn't been 2 weeks in this chat. It's been a month, actually, in that channel. And I'm not even hating. I genuinely just want an actual response from someone. Why is that channel dying? And just so everybody has the same insight as me, so it doesn't look like I'm attacking Odin and Carl, because I'm really not trying to. But I just want to know. These guys made a server for futures trading and invited a lot of people from this server, but they were doing it out of good jest, from what I understand, because we don't have a futures channel. So once I found that out, I was like, well, fuck, I'll just make y'all one. And now that I've made one, everything's quiet in here, you know? So that's why I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's a little weird, you know what I mean? It's like, so what, y'all just invite a bunch of people and go focus in there? And of course, I didn't get an invite to it, you know? Why would I be in there? Because, you know, that would be weird. So, now everybody has the full picture. Now you can see why I'm tripping about this channel just being quiet all of a sudden. You know? So, again, not hating on any individual person, not hating on Eric, I'm not hating on Matty Ice, I'm not hating on Sandal, I'm not hating on Carl, I'm not hating on Mike, I'm not hating on Odin. I'm not hating on anybody. But from my POV, can we not bullshit each other here for a second? Can we not lie? Can we just say that is a little weird? And everybody was super hyped and like motivated, and we were all gonna fucking post every second of every day. Like, what happened to that? Where did that energy go? That's what I'm asking. Isn't that, yeah, that's sus, right? That's what I said. So to not come off as an asshole, I wanted to explain that to everybody. And Carl and Odin are super cool with me. Like, I genuinely believe them when they say they didn't mean to do that out of like negative jest. And maybe that group is dead. Maybe they're not talking it at all. It's just as dead as this channel. Maybe none of them are even trading futures right now. But that still comes off weird as fuck to me. I think we can all agree with that. That's why I'm tripping. So it's like, it's not an actual trip. It's genuinely just like, it's a genuine concern. And like I said here, I have a hard stance against, you know, making new channels for a reason. And everything I was scared of happening, happened. So yeah, I'm a little annoyed. I think that's a fair reaction. I think we can all agree that is a fair reaction. You know, from me, someone who likes to overreact a lot. Trying to be reasonable. And again, I'm not getting onto anybody in here specifically. I genuinely just want an answer. Like, why is that? And I know some people in here are in that other server, so it's like, I just want an answer. And if y'all want to go do y'all's own thing, then get the fuck out. But if you want to stay in here and keep being in BB, then cool, stay. I love you. Like, I hope you stay forever. But I'm sorry. As soon as your focus shifts, I don't care. You know, I've put up with a bunch of people's shit in here before. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. Because it stresses me the fuck out. It makes me not even want to be here sometimes. So that's why I'm just going to bring it to light so we can all decide what the fuck are we doing with this. But I think we can all agree that is sus. Oh, it's dead as well. Okay. So I don't have a real reason to trip then. But I think we can all still agree that still looks sus as fuck from my point of view. No, I'm not worried about people leaving, but it would have annoyed me if like we were focused in that server and we're not in that channel. Like that would have annoyed me because it's like, okay, that literally sums up exactly what my complete, stress was over. But Eric just summed it up for me, so I think I'm good. It still didn't 100% answer what I was going for, but it 99% answers everything. Holy shit. What happened with Devontae? He said he's been dealing with fire and insurance inspections with my production studio, but I'm back tomorrow. What? I hope he's okay. All right, let's look at something that's like positive or something. Tired of stressing over that dumb shit. Paper trades, mental reps. Outside bar at a level. Garden's gonna love this. Traded to pre-market high, like 3 white soldiers on the 5-minute. We'll see if you're right. He said like, so we'll see how that works. 40% from pre-market high to levels of direction. Fucking love, dude. I love this. I love that you're like chopping it up and making it make sense piece by piece. Let's see though. Outside bar at a good level. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I love it. That's actually a 10 out of 10 entry. And then you said it's like a 3 white soldiers on the 5-minute. Where am I looking at for this? Oh, this is the 1-minute. You said on the 5-minute. Let me see. And just to remind anybody, by the way, because we should probably have a stream one day just about crows and soldiers versus piercing lines and covers, dark cloud covers, because I think you guys would get them down a little bit more if I showed you the literal one difference between them. There's only one difference between those candlestick patterns, but it's pretty much the exact same pattern. Like 3 white soldiers or a single soldier, 3 black crows or a single crow, and then you have your piercing line. You guys know that, and then your dark cloud cover. You guys know that as well. But yeah, I think some big buyers were just waiting for that 5% pullback on SPX. Yeah, it sure seems like it. That's why I was happy to bring up what you said the other day, Dr. J. I brought it up like 2 or 3 times in stream that one day, and then I brought it up again, and then I just left it alone. But I'm really glad you showed us that chart. That was very helpful. Because I think without that information, all of us would be looking at the market with complete despair. But once I saw that that was exactly down 5% from the all-time high, I was like, holy shit. It kind of reminds you like, wow, we've actually pulled back a pretty good amount in a short period of time. Like, this is potential consolidation area, if we don't just keep bleeding out. Yeah, everybody go into the trade. Trade. Everyone go to the Discord, go to results and review, and drop a fire emoji on the last 2 posts by Grassfed, please. She works a full-time job and still has time to do trades like that, and has time to go into the Discord and post all of her reviews, her findings. She even posted her message and said, "No, what? That's not good enough," and then came back and posted more reasoning on why her first trade worked out. She's gonna be like, "What the fuck are all these emojis on my post?" Thank you guys. That was very cool of y'all. All right, next time, Eric, I'm just going to you for everything. Like I called her, she's like, "Oh damn, so many emojis." We didn't even look at her reviews. I just wanted y'all to highlight that. But all right, let's look at her trade reviews. Also, did I even finish Linwoods? I think I was still talking about your exits. What is this level here? 663.37. Am I supposed to know that level? No. I don't know what that level is. Oh, what's up, kid? How you doing? I was just telling everybody to come glaze your post. I was telling everybody how you work your ass off. You got a full-time job. You're working your ass off, still having time to come in here. And then I said, it's kind of funny, too. You posted this, and you're like, it's not good enough. And then you came back in here and posted some more reasoning. So I thought that was funny. Which is very, very cool. Entered since SPY held previous day close. I can already envision it. And saw more. I thought that said burger for a second. Saw more burgers, volume coming in. Didn't really see a struggle or slowdown until SPY previous day high. So took my profit and skirt. And then a clear visual of that. It's funny, too, because, like, this is, like, not that crazy of, like, an entry type. It's just a open range breakout. But it's powerful because it's above the previous day close. Also very cool that you made it that far. That is a pretty insane target. Very, very, very good trade. Also, she's a very big Tesla fan. Ooh. Did you buy the hammer or that green candle? As price held previous day close. Okay, so probably that. But that's a good-ass hammer to see follow it. Got another one. It's like a little 3-bar play into a 3-bar play. Closes I saw a slight struggle with previous high 60%. Yeah, that's crazy. And by the way, guys, you guys don't have to post this. She just does this because she's a badass. But I don't mind people not posting like all that stuff. Like I really just care about where was your entry, where was your exit, and how did your trade do? How did it do? And what was your reasoning? That's important. And I'm not hating on Nikki here. I'm glad she posted it because she's been kicking ass, so she deserves to show this off. But I don't like to pressure other people who might be newer or someone who's a little bit more of a guppy. So if you see someone post like that, don't feel like you also have to post like that. She's just been here a lot longer. She's more experienced. She's a little bit more comfortable with everybody in here. So please don't like try to copy that. Your first week in the chat. That's definitely not something you should do. My bad, Eric. I'm reading now. No, you're good, Eric. Like I said, I wasn't expecting any individual person to be posting in there. It's just like I had like 5 or 6 people say some shit about it and were hyped about it. That's why I'm not targeting like Carl or Odin or you or React or like any. I'm not trying to target any of you. I'm just saying as a collective, I just needed an answer. What the hell's going on? But now that I understand, it's like okay, that's fine. It's just like motherfuckers just let a channel go quiet. And if I wouldn't have said anything today, I promise you, it would have just kept going that way. Like I've seen this time and time again. I'm not even like I said. I'm not even trying to sound like a hater or anything. It's just I've seen this shit. This isn't my first rodeo. Message me after stream about the channel. Sorry, I'm not even trying to read your shit out loud. That was me being stupid. Oh yeah, did I even give you perms for that? I think I did. I just need to tag you now. I'm like scared to welcome you now though because I just said Devontae is talking about fire and insurance inspections with his production studio. So I'm like, I don't want to like, yo, Devontae, is anybody hurt? And then the next message is like, yo, everybody, welcome Eric to the channel. It's like, seems a little weird. So I'm gonna give it a second, and then I'm gonna welcome you in there with like an intro message. It didn't seem out of good taste. You know what I mean? That's how it sounded in my head. What the hell did Dr. J send me? What the fuck? What's that like? I guess I do sound like that a little. Tech kind of slowing down now. Good call out by Elias. I keep wanting to say Elias because that's the name I'm used to saying. Elias. XLK is struggling with previous day close. Keep that in mind. I'm sorry, this is 2 day ago close I'm looking at. Doi. They're well above previous day close. Keep an eye around that 2 day ago close for a short term level on XLK. That's your tech sector for short term decision. That break's not looking too good. If it keeps holding though, I don't see why we can't go up more. Can't be a complete hater of this move up. We are above key levels, so I guess we should be looking for a hold of this, not an instant fall of it yet. Had a dream I was balding last night. I was tripping. Yeah, you are tripping. That's crazy. That's a nightmare. That's not a dream. No, I got you, Data J. I didn't take it anyway like that. I thought it was funny. That is how I sound when I'm flipping out half the time, so. But I also have to sound like that because I genuinely am trying to make people understand, like, I have to say something, but I have to say something without hurting anybody's feelings. I'm genuinely not trying to do that. Anybody involved in this Futures channel, like, I don't have any hate towards anybody in there. Trust me, I would let you know. I would love to let you know if I did. I think that's my favorite pastime is letting people I don't like, letting them know I don't like them. So I don't have any problem letting people know what's on my mind. But I gotta be nice, I like these guys. I like Carl. He's been around since the beginning of time. I like Odin. He's got good vibes. He's got a sick ass alias. He watches One Piece. Like that's all I need to know about a person to let them into the gates of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, he's not even. Oh, he's good, Eric. I can welcome you in there now. He said, "Yeah, LOL. Yes, everything is good. The city just requires it. Make sure my fire hydrant's up to date." Man, I don't know why. I thought he meant like he had the fire insurance like guys come by because like a fire happened. That's where my brain went. I was like, "Fuck, dude, is he okay?" Garden knew what was up. I'm stupid. I read it the wrong way. I genuinely felt like an insurance guy was coming by to be like, "All right, let's see what the damages are. Let's see how much money we aren't going to help you with." I spelled no wrong and nobody said anything. I'll just go edit that real quick. Yeah, and when I went to just fix it. Yeah, it's fun. But I don't have hate towards anybody in that channel, so I don't want to come off like that. I like those guys. We got history. Man, alright, let's welcome Eric into the channel of channels. Eric deserves a good intro into the channel. Welcome, E-Rock. Dude, when I type, All right, there we go. You should have perms to type it there, unless I did that wrong. Honestly, you probably don't even need to draw. Here, let's go to my SPX and let's see how different yours is. Oh, wait, that's not SPX. Why did I think that was SPX? I'll go to NQ, and honestly, I'll show you how you could just draw some super easy. I mean, it's the same shit you already know now, so I'm just repeating something you already know. But like, it is honestly incredible to me how if you just go from like your previous day halfway point, and then you add your like sessions open. So like, I know it feels weird because you're probably already looking at it before this, but I would still add that sessions open of like your like American market opening. And then, of course, I see it on your chart now. You still have your previous day high, you have your previous day low, kind of for good parameters. But I would still be mainly focused on your previous day halfway point and any like American market open levels, right? So a lot of the time, your decision making is going to come from this area as a whole, right? And it looks clean right now because it's not that big of an area. But sometimes this area is going to be a little wider, sometimes it's going to be a little slimmer. But no matter what, this is going to a lot of the time needs to be where your like directional process comes from, right? Anything else is a target or a stepping stone for further direction. You know what I mean? But I would still rely on your previous day halfway points very heavily for your futures charts because it is honestly incredible to me. I think a lot of people forget I used to look at futures a lot, but I just kind of clip them out of my streams a lot more because it's kind of just unnecessary because it's the same exact TA. After doing it for so long, you just realize like, wow, it's the exact same TA. It's just where your active trading hours, like what you just explained, is sometimes going to be different. So, like you might be done before I'm even up, you know. So that's cool too. So I think that's like I think in my opinion that's the true advantage of a futures account. It's not I don't have to worry about theta. Like brother, if you're worried about theta, that's you just suck at trading, you know. So I think futures true advantage is that you have more access to the market than I do. Well, for now. So the options market's 24/7 or 24/5, I should say. For a change, there's actually crypto being talked about on my trade floor. through memes and charts and however other ways you want to go over that. Exactly, Eric. Exactly what you just said. That's exactly what that's the page I'm on, and whatever book we're in, whatever fucked up never ending book we're in, that's the exact page I'm on. I'm glad I just got it out because then we could at least do some discussion. And I know Carl. I already know what Carl's gonna say. He's probably busy as shit. What time is the Glue IPO? Actually, that could be a good watch today for anybody who hasn't done anything today. Wait, what? Is this not just the Coinbase chart? Why is it doing that? That's weird. Yo, what are you lying about, Dr. J? It says here Glue is 256 a share. Don't read the top. Oh wait, you can't see that anyway. Oh yeah, you can. $8. All right, my bad, guys. At YouTube, I'm catching up now. What's up, Nomley? Good to see you, dude. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. 15-minute on SPY looks like an evening star pattern. Oh yeah, this is actually what we shorted yesterday on the 5-minute. You're not wrong. If you zoom on over here, if you take the gaps out of an evening star, this is exactly how that should look. Right? You got like a green candle that doesn't go anywhere, and then red candle that breaks the open. You have the exact same thing over here, dude. Good eye. On the 15-minute, of course, different time frame, but still. Green candle that doesn't go anywhere, candle that breaks the open. That is very clean. Good find. And you are correct. That is a evening star by definition. Very good eye. All right, catching up. Hey, what's up, Lag? Wouldn't that be horrible? 8-hour chop. Wait, what? 8-hour chop session would be crazy. Yo, relax. Get out of here with that tomfoolery. SPY holding around previous day high. Good looks, Elias. And yeah, guys, remember, this right here is the key area, right? We talked this morning about possibly bouncing towards it if we didn't break 660. We didn't break 660. So we bounced straight did it a little bit too quick, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even ready for it to just go straight up. So now we're looking for direction from here. Just a very, very crucial area. So keep that in mind. Direction is very, very important from this area. I was in a put there at the top, finally went green. I clicked sell bid on app for some reason, and then bought another. What the hell? If you click sell the bid twice on accident, it buys. Did Webull scam me? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever clicked that button twice before, let alone on Webull. I don't know. That is a little weird. Let me figure that out for you. Did you get out of your trade at least, Benny? Are you out? Because it did keep dropping, so. So make sure you get out of that. Since you're not, like, part of a plan or anything, you're just trying to get the fuck out now. Plus, that is a little weird. Well, AI said, no, clicking sell the bid twice does not result in buying puts. It would initiate 2 separate sell orders for security at the current bid price. So honestly, in your case, it should have just said, no, sorry, we can't send that order because you don't have an order to sell. Like, they should have just canceled out and been like, nah, sorry. No set time for IPO, usually lunchtime. Oh, you're right. I forgot you told me that last time. You said it's between like 9 and like 2 or something. Like pretty much the whole day. What's weird was once I saw it, I tried to sell it and it wouldn't let me, saying I didn't have enough buying. See, that's what I thought it should say to you. But when you were trying to click like the bid, that's what it should have said to you. But you said it's saying this to you after you were already in it again. That's weird. And it wouldn't let me, saying I didn't have enough buying power. That's weird. Yo, be clear with me though. Are you getting out of that or what's up? Because it did keep dropping. If we're talking about SPY here, it did keep dropping. What's up with that other one? Did you get out of the first one at least? I'm just trying to make sure you're cash right now. And if you can't figure out how to get to this other one, we definitely need to have you contact Webull support, if that's even a thing. Your last entry was a little risky, Linwood, but I respect it because you didn't stop out of it. I think that was the one thing I forgot to tell you. I had to go back and look at that to remind myself. If I was trading today, I would wait for a retest of previous day high to see if bulls are going to continue this. If it breaks, look for pre-market high. Adding a fib from current day low to slow down at current day high shows a good target pre-market high. Is that this? Damn, that's crazy how that lines up. See, look at the little tricks Eric's already showing off. Nerd. Absolute nerd. Man, did Benny just call the top accidentally? I mean, actually, you weren't accidentally entering the first trade, I guess. Yeah, did Benny call the top? Benny, are you hacking by any chance? I'm out. That was really stupid. Just one of those weeks. Yeah, I would be annoyed as fuck if I was you. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I would brush that off. That would annoy the hell out of me. How was the trade though? How did it do? Because didn't you go short? This thing just dumped ever since you said that message. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? Did Benny just call the top? I'm not even going to give credit to the levels today if that happens. I'm literally just going to be like, yeah, Benny said this was the top, so I just told everybody it was the top. Ended up being the top. How many times can Bueller say top? The first con was a win, but the rebought contract was a loss at the time. I was panicking. Oh no, fair enough. I didn't even really mind about that one. I understood that. I'm just happy to hear you're out, bro. Really. Because I think even if I'm in a good trade, it would still annoy me if I'm panicking about some weird thing that's happening, you know? I'd rather just clear it all and reset. I'd rather be annoyed than be more annoyed, is basically what I'm saying. Because it would be even more annoying if that bounced and shit and you were just stuck in it. Oh my god. I don't even want to think about that shit. That's the kind of nightmares I'd be having. Some dark being behind me making me enter trades that I can't exit. Oh. Morning, fam. What is up, Ace Ventura? How was your life? How are you doing? I missed you, dude. Have you been posting on Twitter or anything? If he says yes, I'm gonna feel like an ass. Just paid off a $27,000 IRS bill. Nope. Well, let me know when you if you do. Actually, you don't need to tell me. I have notifications on. That's how I know you haven't been posting. What's up in the world of Ace, man? What's up? You just be like trading in silence and doing your thing. I mean, I respect it. I'm just, what's up? Busy at work, then you catch a trade, then you just like turn it off for the day. And yeah, fuck the IRS. I don't even want to talk about how much money I paid the IRS over the last few years. Scam, if you tell me. Why is my government allowed to shut down whenever they fucking feel like it, but I have to pay taxes every year? And I don't even pay taxes. I understand paying taxes, but why do we have to pay taxes that are just outrageous? Finished up Workshop 10. You're an actual ass. I hope you know that. He said finished up WS10. I have never seen that typed like that. WS10. You're an actual nerd. He's trolled me so much, he's come up with new ways to type it. What an actual nerd. Man, I bet on the 15-minute this looks nuts. Ever since that Evening Star. That's the reason I went back and highlighted that, because on the 5-minute yesterday, it led to a drop from here to like here, right? Not that crazy, but for us, that is awesome, because that's like almost like $6-7 a drop, right? For that to happen on the 15-minute is a little disgusting. And remember, the key point of this is that it happened at a key level. And then of the open from the candle that broke that key level, the red candle that's on the right side broke the open of that green candle. So it's like, this is like your like initiator. This is like, just kidding. We didn't initiate shit. And this is just like a breather in between. This is like a transfer of hands. Like, this is like a guy at a table. This is another guy at a table. And this is like the drugs they're handing each other under the table. They're just doing a quick little transfer. Not actually drugs, but you know what I mean. So that is what was cool about that. And I was happy to highlight that because that was like kind of just super, super powerful. So very, very cool call out. That might even be call out of the day. Between you and Benny, I would say that's up there. They fired all the IRS agents. You don't have to pay them. Joke. Yeah, they fired the agents. They didn't fire the bullets. Wow, I wonder if we see an outside bar in the daily for SPY. Y'all need to quit scaring me with these outside bar updates. Oh, wait, I guess it is possible now, isn't it? Because we made the new high. If we make a new low today, you would be correct, which that's very possible now, because with this break, this should go down to today's open area, between today's open and 660. And maybe it does some little trading between there first, and then it drops down, but you should end up somewhere between here and here. Where's the PDCP at? Yeah, it's down there as well. Scary potential update by Elias there. I think it's wonderful that I'm seeing people type that now. You guys don't understand how much it makes me smile when I see that type now. Back in the day, only Leland would say that. Like, if Leland could see how many people type that now, he would have tears in his eyes. That man started something. What is this from Garden? Is that an outside bar in the 5-minute Garden? Are these 5 or 1-minute candles? Those are 5-minute candles, I think. 30, 35, 40, 45. I think those are 5-minute candles. Wait, no, they're not. Oh, yeah, they are. I'm stupid. That is a 5-minute outside bar. And look at the candle it's doing an outside bar around. Damn doji, man. Them damn dojis. And did a hammer above. Doji to follow it. Of course. Because, you know, what would we do without another doji? And then 1, 2, 3 candles later, we get a technical close outside of it. Get a dip and then a continuation down. You people in these 5-minute you people in you outside bars. Very, very fire post. If you guys want to see that in the post charge channel. I like how you didn't say shit either. You just straight up tagged me. I'm just supposed to know what you meant. These outside bars, man. 5-minute, it only made it to the 0.5 extension. It fell. Isn't it beautiful? No, it is beautiful. It's very beautiful. These 5-minute outside bars, man. I think it's crazy how many times we're seeing them at high and low of day, though, now. Because remember, I've only really explained how, like, yeah, you'll see patterns at, like, the highs and lows of your charts, but a lot of the time you do see, like, dojis or hammers, like wicks, you know? Wiki-type patterns. So I think it's kind of cool we're seeing, like, outside bars appear, and then we are seeing those wicks follow up with them to kind of give us, like, 2 different signals all in one. So in reality, we're getting a lot of information out of that. That is a very, very good chart, though. Like I said, I think today is going to be a great time to watch your tech charts too for like short-term momentum, just because this is such a large weight, and we did just go straight up with tech this morning. We've been pulling back, and look what tech's been doing. You know, tech's a really, really awesome chart to look at. Pay attention to. We talked about could we get past that 2-day ago close? They tried to. They definitely tried. If I actually mark it so we can actually see it there on that right, you can see they definitely tried. Failed within a few 5-minute candles. And then just a straight dump. Damn. I removed that so we can keep our key levels. But and then you can see the rest of our sectors, like comms, not even really up that much. This isn't down that much. This isn't down that much. This isn't down that much. This is down a lot more. But as you can see, I mean, the main sector that's really moved is tech, right? And then if you go to your SPY chart, it's like almost looking at like the identical chart. And it's because of what? Because all the other weights aren't really hurting or helping enough to really do anything on SPY. So it's allowing tech to really just kind of dictate direction all by itself. Does that make sense? Like if comms and discretionary moved a lot more, of course, we'd have probably even more green candles. If we had a lot more red sectors, we'd have a lot more red candles, even without tech's help. But because tech is the main green sector today and everything else really isn't hurting or damaging enough to really, do anything to the SPY, it's kind of just allowing this to just straight up be a copycat chart of XLK right now. I couldn't play it, but it was fun to watch. On 5-minute, 10 green candles in a row, followed by 8 in a row. If you do pullback entries, hard to get in. Oh yeah, no. You would have probably had to have been on the 1-minute today to actually. That's why when you see me trade or you see me go over stuff or in any of my scalp playlists, you'll see me focus on like the 5-minute, and I'm like, okay, this is nice. Let's see if we get a break of this. When you see the break of that, that's when you need to be switching to your 1-minute, because there probably is pullback entries on this. It's just not on the 5-minute. If I go from break of level to low of the move, it actually did give a midterm. We got like another little evening star look. Like here's that candle. The nothing candle, red candle that breaks the first green candle's open. It's like a 1-minute evening star. And I don't even mean to nitpick. I didn't go to the 1-minute today. I wasn't trading. But I was just trying to find something to look at. But that's personally why I do that, is because sometimes on the 5-minute, you are going to see just straight rallies and straight drops. I don't recommend going to the 1-minute every time or doing it all day, every day. That would drive you up a wall. But I definitely like doing it here and there. Especially when I'm seeing stuff like this, because this is crazy. We're just, it looks like I have a Heiken Ashi candles on. How do you turn that on again? I don't even remember how to do that shit. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is what a Heiken Ashi looks like. And see? Straight green, straight red. It looks like a golden pocket bouncer could fail. Good looks by lag. Was implied volatility elevated this morning? I saw out of the money SPY calls so expensive I stayed out. After it jumped 3, the cons were only up $50. I said, ew, gross, and ignored my system. That's actually a very good reaction, Benny. I'm very happy to hear you did that. And yes, it did a little bit. Now, to tell you why, I don't know. Because Google had a really big move up. So I can't sit here and say, well, every chart was affected by this. But implied volatility definitely had its play on today. And you could blame it on the fact that there's NVIDIA earnings after hours today. You could blame it on the fact that there's a lot more data coming out tomorrow. Maybe things are just finally ramping up again. But in my opinion, the real reason that all that happened this morning was because of your larger time frames. If you go to the daily, sorry, I'm trying to not make this impossible for you to look at. Just focus on this area right here and then these two. So the big thing is that we moved down. And we had kind of like that wick that the day it looked like we were going to get closer to 653 yesterday, and then we had the bounce into day, so that was nice. And now we have another kind of push up against this. I truly believe it's just because we have this like huge movement between sellers to buyers all within this little area right now. So I think that's why you're getting that, and that's why some extrinsic values of contracts are not paying out as well. That's why you saw that small increase, but it definitely jumped 3 strike prices. It's like, what the fuck? That should have been more than $50. So I think it's just because you have so much back and forth between buyer and seller. But I guess that's what we're explaining is implied volatility. That's essentially what that is. So I guess that makes sense. I think it's the amount of back and forth. And then kind of to add Dr. J's point in here too. I mean, it's not just up and down today. It's literally just up and then just down. We haven't really had any longer term retest. I had to go to the 1 minute to clearly display a calculated retest, right? Yeah, there hasn't really been more on the 5 minute, and that's not even that big of a time frame, if we're being honest. My bad, I'm on the wrong time frame. Or wrong chart set. But the other thing could as well, the NVIDIA, the extra data coming out the rest of the week, Thursday. So you could say that has some effect to it, but I don't like to sit there and blame just one thing. I think that just adds on to it, if anything. And I could still be wrong. I'm not trying to sit up here and act like I know everything. I definitely have just as much opinion as you do. That's what I think. Checked my mental trade and BB workshop. Not sure if that's what you were looking for. No, Eric, you don't have to post yet, but I'll go look at there. Let me look. Got into SPY puts at that last level out now and accounts up. Dude, what? I keep getting surprised every time, and I don't know why, Chief. I need to quit being surprised. Would that be a 3-bar play at that golden pocket? Yeah, it would be. Good eye lag. You guys are on fucking fire now. What the hell? Outside bar callouts on the regular, retest callouts on the regular. Like, we got people talking about IV. Like, what's going on? Can you guys slow down? Y'all are getting a little bit too smart. I talked about your first. Yeah, I already talked about your first one. And yeah, and Eric, this is just for like whatever you want. You can come in here and post mental trades. You can come in here and post an actual trade you end up taking later on, even if none of us are awake, come in here and talk about something that just interests you, whatever. It really is like a completely safe space. I've been personally selecting people on purpose though, because I want to keep it as mature as possible, like Garden, Carter, Devontae, you, like I know you guys are going to be bouncing off each other super well. Linwood, like I don't have to worry about that. So I think that alone will be a cool thing. Plus, there's a lot of people who don't have access to type in there, Eric, but there's a lot of people who can read that channel. So there's a lot of people who might be taking notes as well. So just, yeah. No pressure, dude. So as we hit previous day, or wait, why don't I just pull this up on my stream? So as we hit previous day high, switch to the 2-minute chart to get my entry. Second candle below the previous day high, I entered Poots with a hard stop at / slightly above previous day high. Main target would be 10 points equals 1-to-1 risk to reward, or move my hard stop to 10 points and to take profit at 20, 1-to-2 reward. I'm not looking for the full move, just a piece of it, and both targets hit. As soon as we hit previous day high, I switch to the 2-minute. to get his entry, and then the second candle below previous day high he entered, with the hard stop at / slightly above previous day high, which is this level. Oh, I see. This candle. Even as this candle opens, too, that's kind of nice. It seems so minimalistic, but it's actually kind of cool. A lot of volume on those candles, too. Good job just trying to catch a piece of that, and then you end up getting both of your targets. Main target hit without stopping at my take profits. If you just moved your stops to those points, still pretty. Oh, okay, so you're also moving them as well. Nice. Kind of thinking like a future process, like how could I get a bigger piece of this without making shit up, you know? A trailing stop kind of mindset. Or manual, whatever you want to do. Manual's probably better. Good shit, Eric. Round of applause for Eric. I appreciate that. Plus, those are some really good little tips and tricks all within those posts. I really like your very first post, though. Because you kind of showed, like, how you can truly abuse, like, just super basic levels. That was very clean. Good shit. Spy in the 45-minute. Wait, what? On the 45-minute? I think he meant 15-minute. I take notes from my man Linwood, not gonna lie. Yeah, he's pretty good. He aight. Good day, lads. What is up, Matty Ice? Good to see you, boss. I don't know what I was about to call you there. Also, the high of that inside bar was pre-market high. Round of applause for Cheap Tastic, too, by the way, guys. He's had a pretty big week this week. Chopping wood, just listening. You know, it doesn't surprise me. You probably are actually chopping actual wood. Chopping wood, just listening. What a sentence. Stay warm out there if it's cold. No, you're good, Alexis. I knew you meant 15-minute. I figured you were talking about that beautiful, beautiful pattern up there. Considering you also have a good eye for beautiful, beautiful patterns. Axe to log, baby. I'm glad I did the Wednesday stream. I'm not gonna lie. I got to TP on my swing, and I've been chilling. Which actually, how was RTX doing? Yes, that's right. We shorted this. Go us. XOM. We did not get our second entry yet. I'm still impressed by that first trade on XOM. That was pretty cool. You literally got to actually see what extrinsic value looks and feels like on that trade, too, because, like, have you guys ever been in a trade that's, like, you kind of got in a little too early, and it hasn't broke the high or broke the low yet, and then it does break the high or low, and your contract starts to go out like crazy? The reason you're seeing that is because you're seeing, like, not just a gamma boost, but you're seeing an extrinsic value pour into your contract, because your contract is calculating out, and it's saying, no, it can't do this. So the faster you move in a direction, the more it's like, oh shit, we have to calculate more, making it go up a lot more even quicker. So that's why you get those big boosts and those, you know, big moving contracts. Because there's a couple things happening all at once. Doing something it didn't expect to do. You get that Greek boost. Gary said, thank you, but I have a long way to go. And I take notes from Garden Trader. That'd be funny. You're taking notes from Garden. He's taking them from you, and then someone's taking them from Alexis, and then I'm taking them from the person that's taking them from Alexis. So we're like going in a big circle just to take them from Garden. Would you trust 3 white soldiers at open, or the 20-minute rule still applies? No, I would definitely trust it. Because a lot of those times... So, let me explain this in a deeper way, Lag, so you'll never forget this. Okay, you know that weird irky feeling you get when you see, like, 3 candles in a row and they're going up? It's like a grind up, and you're like, like, I know this is bullish, but I don't like it. Everyone feels that way. So trust that pattern, because more times than not, it is going to keep going up. It's a continuation pattern. It's supposed to make you feel that way. It's supposed to look that way. It's irky. It feels weird. It doesn't feel right. That is probably the one few things you'll hear me say where if it doesn't feel right, trust it. But I would trust the 3 white soldiers at open, yes. Especially if you're like on the 5-minute or higher. And remember, the 20-minute rule means like it's really for like the beginners. Like I don't want beginners to join this group and then they're just trading 20 minutes every day, the first 20 minutes. Because a lot of good trades do pop up in like the end of that 20-minute mark. As some of you very well know. But, and like I was explaining earlier too, I see Ace just said it again. And I saw Eric mention it too. Like this is like the 4th time we're saying this too, but it's like sometimes going down the time frame after you see the thing that makes you think like that is important. So if I see 3 white soldiers, it might make me go down to the 1 minute just to see what comes up after that. You know, is there anything else that can like get me into it? But I'm gonna be honest with you, seeing 3 black crows or an ugly grind down or 3 white soldiers or an ugly grind up, a lot of the time do continue back up or back down, depending on what direction they're pointed in. And I truly believe it's because of that like irky look that they give off, where a lot of people probably do just hands off on those approaches, when in reality those are really good signals. Why do the soldiers have to be white? I've honestly asked myself this the longest thing ever. But I remembered why they called them 3 white soldiers and 3 black crows. It's not to be like weird and like racy kind of sounding. It's because most people's candlestick charts were literally white and black back in the day. So they just literally called them black and white because that's what they were on their screens. Whereas you and me are growing up and we're seeing, you know, red, green, blue, purple, pink, rainbow colored candles. So I'm sure if they could have called it a different color, they would have. Black and white are shades. Possible bounce incoming on Microsoft on the 1-day time frame on the downward trend line. Wait, let me read that again. Possible bounce incoming on Microsoft on the 1-day time frame on the downward trend line. All my candles are green. I don't know how I'm losing money. You're like faking yourself out. You said Microsoft, right? I have been saying for a while that Meta and Microsoft are like 2 of the biggest weights that if we ever start bouncing up again, you definitely want to pay attention to them. Because they are so far from their all-time highs compared to their peers. So good looks on that. Because yeah, I think Microsoft and Meta are like 2 of the bigger weights. Amazon too, honestly. You gotta throw Amazon on that list now too. Google's like, just kidding, we're at all-time highs. Yeah, you can see Tesla's like kind of similar to Amazon. They're not like far off their all-time high. They're just like a leg or 2 down. But yeah, good looks, Cheap. And make sure to do that too, guys. I'm sure Cheap just did that, but make sure you guys are going through like a lot of your top weights and just looking at it in like a bigger time frame point of view. Like get off the daily, even go to like the weekly, and zoom in and just kind of focus on like positioning. Maybe don't focus on all the micros, like what is this candlestick, what's that candlestick, but focus on positioning. Where is current price? Where's all-time high? Where did they just drop down to before that? And you'll see there's actually a lot of different weights that are kind of out of positioning, if that makes sense. And that is definitely one of them. Glue's live? You better not be fucking lying. Oh my god, it's live. How many shares are we buying? How many hundreds of thousands of shares are we buying? From the 500 level in July, now it's a possible balance of Nvidia, and the news shoots the market up. You can bet your ass it's going up tomorrow. Oh, 100% cheap. And I'm glad you're looking at stuff like that. You're kind of looking at laggards and leaders, and that's very, 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 very strong. It might be one of the most in-depth ways of looking at the market in like a general sense without indicators or anything. So you'll never be late. And if anything, you can be slow with your approach too, because you can kind of like stack up stuff. Like if you're like, oh, I like how tech's doing, but you want to see other sectors pick up with it, that's really good. But good mindset. I really like that post you just sent, that very last message you sent. You could bet your ass it's going up tomorrow. All of them? That is the only correct answer. What's up, Ace? Are you still in here? Honestly, surprised your candles are not purple/pink. Fuck you, dude. All my candles are green. I don't know how I'm losing my money. That's funny. Imagine doing that though, or being so colorblind that everything was the same color candlestick wise. Dude, that would be so fucked up. At that point, you probably would just have to learn Heiken Ashi. You know, abuse your color blindness. This right here. Can we get a fire emoji on VC's post? NSPX put at Golden Pocket and out before previous day open for 30%. But this is the part I like the most. He said, thank you, Hefe, but not just learning from Hefe. I am sharing knowledge to my friends. Keep it simple, stupid. Right here. That is what I like to see. Water. Drip. Water. Good shit, VC. Very happy to see you stretching your wings, dog. And good shit on your trade. That is probably what I should be focused on when I'm talking to you. Good job, though. Out before previous day open. He knows, bro. He knows. Jensen just needs to walk out and be like, AI is not a bubble, and we'll be chilling. Good shit, dude. I'm actually super proud of that post. I'm really happy with your wording, too. Because like I said, I like when you guys are like giving me credit and stuff, but I mean, on the other end of things, I really, really like it when you guys take the credit for yourself. Because you guys don't got to fool yourself. You know, you are actually learning this stuff and you are actually taking advantage of it. You can't sit there and give me credit every time you take a trade. Ooh, Carter just posted. Wait, did y'all just take the same trade? No fucking way. I think y'all just took the same trade. Carter and VC. Loss and retest of pre-market high and the daily 50%. He targeted current day open, stopped out at 16% profit. And he had previous day open right there. He was aiming for that current day open. Oh my god, dude. Let's see. One of these days, Carter, I need to show you the EMA trick. I don't do it a whole lot because I don't look at them myself, but I see you using it. I need to show it to you one day. I think it's in that channel. That's a really good trade, though. Also, good job managing that, the kind of back end of that trade. Not just holding it randomly, you know, and trying to get lucky. Like, seeing that it's potentially holding a second low, I actually respect that you stopped out there. Also, we're approaching good levels now, too, so. Damn, you guys are on a roll, man. Good shit, Carter. Good shit, Eric. I'm happy Devontae's okay. I genuinely was a little worried about that earlier. I was like, I can't welcome Eric yet. Igloo, what are you doing, dude? How is it moving when I own every share, Dr. J? How is that possible? I thought to move, buying and selling has to occur. If I own every share, how is that moving? This is bullshit. I was in the 66 put. Oh my god, VC. Are you okay to be spending that kind of money on a con? If so, good work. If not, I'm going to be getting on to you later. Why are my stop outs never for profit? And Microsoft calls 45 strike price expiration 28 for swings. Good looks cheap. Thank you for that update too. My boy Cheap been on fire this week. Bro, my order didn't fill. I had 660s for 1.40. Like, I can never tell when you're trolling or not. I gotta go back to confirm another garden outside bar post. If I had a bucket of water every time Garden Trader called out a 5-minute outside bar, I would be able to flood the world. Outside bar with the minus 0.5 being CDO. Oh, of that fib, I see what you're saying. What the hell? That is an OB, though. It's a little disgusting how evening stars and outside bars are the main focus this week. If you guys go back to yesterday, 5-minute evening star. If we go back to Monday, I'm like trying to figure out what the days are. 5-minute outside bar. It's literally where we traded from. Shout out Garden Trader. 5-minute inside, or I'm just mixing up my English now. 5-minute evening star. Sorry, breaking under that little low there, the open. And then today, why is that all highlighted? Billy, what the fuck is that? 15-minute evening star. Ever since Dr. J brought this up, we just straight up fell. I even said that might be call out of the day. And I'm probably going to end up saying that end of day. That probably is call out of the day. Bro called that a 15-minute evening star. Right before it closed, might I add. Right before it closed, he said that. That is beautiful, bro. Oh, that's what I was going to go over earlier. We were going to go over Black Crows, Soldiers versus Lions and Dark Cloud covers. All right, we'll do that at the end of the stream, which is probably in like a little bit. Thank you. No, thank you, bro. Honestly, if anybody was just listening or reading or paying attention, they could have caught a really big trade from your post. And that's why I try to cultivate a community that's like that. If you go into another group, you're only going to want to listen to the guy who owns the group. You come into this group, you could come in here and listen to Cheap-tastic 3220. You can come in here and listen to Dr. J11. You can listen to Alexis 2616. You can listen to Garden Trader 13. Like, there's so many people you could take away from in here. I would be lying to you if I said, yeah, just focus on things I'm posting. If the trade seems easy, there's a good chance you're about to get violated. Yeah. SEC violations, right? Spy very generous for both sides. Yeah, you're not lying. We have definitely seen good movement for both sides today. My bad, Eric. I'm getting to you now. I did read that first part. As example, if I had the live account today, I would never had that runner still going. Oh, you're talking about like rep versus what you'd probably actually doing if your money was actually there being, moving. Yeah, you probably would be minimal. But I think being minimal in the beginning is good, not just for like safety reasons or your emotions. I think it's just good because it's like to warm you up, kind of get you more comfortable with what you're going to be looking at, what's around you. And then once you get a good grip on that, there's no telling where you can go. 100 points, 817 instrument. Yeah, that's insane. So you're saying even with that, like even if you were being like a passive, Nancy, that you still would have had almost inevitable success in that trade, which is pretty crazy. I can't wait to see you do it, bro. I have full belief in you. Like you have fans, man. Carter, what? Shit. This is me as fuck. That's me. Selling on the push is the greatest feeling, though. You're lying if you say that it's not. Is it not the greatest feeling? When you're selling as it's going your direction, it's the greatest feeling. It feels like you're selling for a price you shouldn't even have the chance to sell at yet. That's what it feels like. You're like, whoa, what? I'm already seeing that. Thanks, just need to stay the consistency course till I get my live account. Then I can lock a profit with the runner along. I can see it already, just enjoy it. Honestly, I think it's gonna go really well because you've been doing a lot of really good like prep and practice beforehand. And this is the exact same thing you did with like options when we first started talking. Like the amount of prep and work you'd put into it. Like I've said it before and I'll say it again, you're literally like a reincarnation of username. Like you're like a copy of each other. The way you guys like, and it's funny because if I told you guys to chill, you guys would tell me to shut up. You guys would be like, "No, I can't chill. I need to get this out of my system, or I'll go nuts." Like you guys are just nuts. That's why I always have to tell you and him, like, don't feel bad if you're like sending me a long ass DM. Like, I honestly don't care. Plus, I know it's like more for your sake than it is my own. But let's get back to Glazing Carter here for a second. This is the 9 or the 8, correct? Another fire emoji for Carter today. Really good reps today, too, bro. Like, you could sit here and be like, not the craziest of gains, but bro, you just got like 2 of them pretty quick. And it's Wednesday. It's literally hump day. I don't think tomorrow's going to be great, so I think you should get all the juice out now. Get all that adrenaline and whatever you need. Get it out. Might be getting out of the Microsoft trade if it goes back to open. I definitely agree. If it doesn't like hold open, you definitely shouldn't hold it. Good update though, Cheap. Thank you for not just sitting silent, regardless of it going against you. Haha, and I do send you long ass DMs, and you are right. I typed out as my process to understand what I'm seeing and how I play. That's why I don't mind it. Like there's spam, and then there's what you and username have sent me. Like that's not spam. White line is 9 EMA, purple is 200. Okay. I want to show you a trick, if I can even remember it. I haven't done this in a long time, but when I first started trading, and I used the 9 or 8 EMA, I added the right EMA, right? Yeah. Why does it look so weird? Probably because it's not white. It's freaking me out because my EMA isn't colored correctly, man. So on the 15-minute or even 10-minute, I would wait for like setups on this. So like if I saw the first, like, let's say like the first 15-minute candle go above the 9 EMA, that would like trigger me to draw a level here to remind myself, well, one, where that closed. And then two, I'd go down to like the smaller time frame and I'd try to find something that's above the 9 EMA and try to catch that. So this isn't the greatest example because this is just a 40% entry, but it still does prove what I'm trying to talk about. And then anytime you break back below it on a smaller time frame, like your 5-minute, that would get you out. So you do all your trading on your smaller time frame, but you do like your setup on your 15. And that's probably what inspired me to do a lot of my like 5 to 1 minute trading, to be honest with you. But I used to do that a lot on like my 10 or 15-minute down to my 5-minute. The EMA trick is super easy for that. You can also add the 30 TEMA. I don't know if I've even gone over that in stream before. It's all over my Discord. But if you get your TEMA, I don't even remember what this stands for, so don't ask me. Oh, the triple exponential moving average. There you go. And you put it on 30. This is like a good like follow-up moving average. And it moves. Sometimes it's looser from price, sometimes it's tighter to price. So it's like it's a little bit more interactive, I guess. I don't remember what it does though. I just remember that I used to like these two together a lot. So I'd also if I'm buying bullish plays, white would be above my blue. That's what I used to label the team. It's pink right now. So white above the pink. If I'm trying to go bearish, I need pink above the white. Simple shit like that. So like today, when we were calling out the 15-minute evening star right here, that wasn't even down under the TEMA yet or the 9 EMA. It still had time to go. So like you would have been late on that. But that's why pattern recognition is big, because you could spot this and then be like, all right, well, what's that doing on the 15 or on the 5-minute? And be like, all right, well, if I see it close, I'll try to catch something under it. You know, if I see pink above the white, I'm gonna get in. You know, simple shit like that can be your trigger. And then something as simple as, but if I don't like it getting above the 50% of my entry candle, or if I don't like it getting above the 9 EMA, or, you know, you could literally come up with so many different things. You could even be like, well, this is my stop loss now. But I definitely really like, I think if you use EMAs, you have to be switching time frames to get the complete advantage out of them. Like to get everything you need out of it. But you're just scalping right here. I know you're not, like, we're not sitting here 100% focused on them right here. You're more focused on your levels, it looks like, on these trades. But I wanted to go over that because I did see you using this with like a slower EMA, which is almost what I was kind of going for in that. Let's see, is it in that channel? I'd be surprised if it isn't. Let's just be on my YouTube playlist then. I have to go look, but yeah, I haven't discussed the 30 TEMA in forever. Oh my god, as soon as I move Discord off my screen. Despite not saying to trade, an opportunity presented itself and I secured it. One con simply and straightforward. Rejection off the 1113 low, sold at previous day high. Oh my god. He's been doing really good on Triple Q this week. Damn, he actually took like a perfect trade. Damn, he did really good on this trade. It's like where it actually started getting bearish. And then like did the 15-minute, did that happen on this chart too? Oh, they didn't get the evening star like we did. I mean, they kind of got the same look, but they didn't get the close under the first green candles open. It took this candle to do it. Damn, that's something I didn't notice. To be fair, he entered toward the end of that, so that's good. Damn, good shit by D-Touch, bro. I like seeing D-Touch win. Oh, I saw this one. Or maybe you weren't here when I went over it. Target current day open hit. This is the one you're talking about? You're saying you had like a shitty cut? Like you're saying you probably should have just held it more? I don't know. I feel like you kind of like if that is what is the case. I feel like you did really good with this case though, to kind of make up for that. Not like we're trying to make up for that. We shouldn't be striving to that. But if that's what you did, I feel like that's a really good recovery of that. Okay, getting off for the day. I could watch charts all day, but need to keep the balance trade safe. All you too, Eric. Have a great day, man. And thanks for tuning in and welcome to the BB Workshop group. Thanks for being my fifth person. Appreciate you, dog. Is that what you meant though, Carter? You were talking about this one as like your shitty cut, which I don't even know if I would label it that. If that, like I said, if that's the case, oh no, oh it was different. Okay, never mind then. Ignore everything I'm saying. Well, either way, still did really good with these. It's kind of cool. You get like 2 reps really, really quickly, and both relatively clean too. Like I think we could maybe work on trying to hold that one more, but I respect that you saw the low, the potential higher low holding at previous day open. So it's like, yeah, you don't want to mess with that. And then this one I respect too, because it's like I do that a lot too. Anytime I'm like shorting and it's like making that new low, it kind of feels nice to just get out because it's like you're getting that extrinsic value a lot quicker than we probably should be. Good for us, you know. Oh, okay. Take your time then. I'll give you a second. I'm gonna stand up for a second. I didn't even say drop a like on the stream today, did I? I'm actually the worst streamer and the worst salesman. It's a miracle. Carter, that no ... No, dot, dot, dot. No, I wish that's what I was talking about. I was going to say, if you're calling that, like, winner a shitty cut, I was going to be, like, really confused. So, like, what do you mean, bro? I never heard anybody call 16% a shitty cut. But that's not what you were talking about. I was about to be like, bro, you're tripping. Can you guys believe it's Wednesday already? Can you guys believe Bueller actually streamed 3 days this week? It's crazy. And not a single one of you roasted me for it. I was surprised. I was waiting to come back and somebody be like, yo, bro, you only stream on Mondays and Tuesdays now? Nobody said it. 19 watch with 20 likes. You were the worst salesman ever. Letting your leadership and help be reflected unsolicited. Yeah, for real. How dare I? It's up. You're saying it's up. The spy's about to go down, it looks like. Careful, guys. We're back to like step 1 on the day, except a lot of energy has been exerted. So we're either looking for 660 to break, which is very possible now that we've kind of started here once already, or the bounce of 660. So I'd look for some higher lows in your 5, 10, and 15 minute. Can't just show good and grow. No, that's true. That's true. Let's see. Stupidity at its finest. If you can't get past this, you will never grow long term. Fact. I'm like hiccuping now. Chance after chance to get out. I see it and I don't move on. Big time thing for me. Tried calls on the retest and I didn't get out quick. Entry not bad, but cut brutal. Yeah, I mean, honestly, your entry isn't that bad. It's definitely the second half of the trade. I think one more thing I see too here on entry is like we kind of came up here and we stopped, and then we made like a lower high and like another little lower high kind of look. I would have at least drawn a fib from here to here, and then you could do another one from here to here, and then have like 2 points to kind of like stop yourself from going long, unless you see those levels closed over, and then you could be like, okay, it's bouncing and it's getting over a good level. Second half of the trade though is pretty self-explanatory. I think you know just as well as I what you should have done. I think specifically, especially with your EMA here, I think even that green hammer, like just seeing that alone, I would have been like, yeah, I need to get out of this. But like you said, you already know that. It's not like I'm here to tell you something that you already knew. Entry's not bad. Yeah, I agree. Entry's not bad at all. Cut, very brutal. But I agree with Carter, though. You can't just show the good shit and expect to grow. You gotta not hide from the bad shit, too. So I'm happy you put this out here, and maybe this will put you on like alert. You know, maybe you won't be doing that as much because you'll be like, well, fuck. Now I'm going to be posting all my results to all my friends. They're all going to make fun of me, which doesn't really happen in here. But it's nice to hold yourself to like a higher level, or hold yourself with a certain level of conviction. Even, you know what I mean? I'm saying you know what I mean a lot today. Where's my knife? Here it is. There's even a 50% lower high rejection of the inverted hammer than reject. Exactly. Yeah, like there was a lot there. But like I said, I figured you already saw that. Plus, you kind of already made up for it, you know? And I'm glad you posted it this way. Please don't take a loss and then instantly go post it in chat. Because I think that'll add an extra emotional level of pressure that you're probably, none of us are ready for. I'm not even going to say just you, anyone, me included. I think I'd rather you focus on accepting your loss, moving on, and then taking your next trade however you see fit. And then posting your results. Like, don't go in there and post reviews and results until you're actually done touching your account. Like you did today. I think today's a great example. 2 out of 3 on the morning. That's pretty insane. I also like that I could sit here and say, like, 3 is a lot of trades. But in your case today, like, you took 3 actual trades, you know? It's not like we're looking at that chart and going, like, dude, you're just randomly entering, you know? Then I'd be like, okay, you're over trading. So in a case, 3 is a lot, but in your case, like you took 3 trades that just popped up. They were just good trades. Can't really argue that. How dare you take good setups, Carter? That's a great day, though. 2 out of 3. I mean, look at me. I just took a swing exit today. I didn't touch shit. I missed all kinds of scalps today. I think I was just out of it mentally. After doing a full day stream, I get kind of tired. Like mentally, I'm not like actually tired. I'm not trying to act like this is hard. Streaming is not hard, but it does take an extra like level of mental energy out of you. The feeling of I need to talk to every person that messages and all that stuff. That's more what I mean. I'm not trying to sit up here and act like streaming is some fucking difficult job. It's definitely not. Good shit though, Carter. Leading by example too. It's not just goody good shit in here. There are ups and downs. And shame on anybody telling people that there is only one side of the story. Shame on those people. There's definitely a dark and demented, not as awesome side of the story. So exactly, socializing. That's see, I'm glad I have you guys around. That's what I meant. Like socializing is that to me. And that's what I meant. Like it's not like, oh my god, streaming and going over trading is so tiring. Like no, it's just like socializing that long in a row, that many days definitely gets to me. But yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Not like you guys are exhausting. It's literally just the action of socializing. It's not even the person, you know. That's actually a big difference between extra and introverts. Socializing recharges one and drains the other. I wish it did. Like, in some sense, it does. Like, I think in the beginning of the stream, when I know I'm about to close out like a profitable swing with all of you, like I get excited because I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" But I think that's more in the fact of like we're about to win money together. It's not because like I'm getting to talk, like you know what I mean. But yeah, that's definitely me. I definitely get drained socializing, and it's funny because like I don't know about like everybody, but like it's not like I have like a bunch of people that I talk to either. Like I don't talk to a lot of people. There was a time in my life where I was extroverted, though. I don't even know when the switch occurred. I couldn't tell you, but there was definitely a time in my life where I was friends with everybody, and everybody's friend was friend with me. Like I knew everybody, and I talked to everybody all the time. I think as I grew up, I definitely grew out of that, though. I think it just got tiring. I think even as a kid, I was like, fuck, dude, it's hard having all these friends. You want to play football after school with everybody, but you can't invite everybody. You have never been extroverted? I was definitely extroverted as a not even as a child. I think I was introverted, and then like during like middle school and beginning of high school, I was definitely extro, and then I'd switch back somewhere. Probably when I was pulled out of high school, because I never even finished 10th grade. That definitely helped me turn introverted too. What is everybody in here? Is everybody introverted or extroverted? I'd like to think most of you are like introverts, considering what we do here. But you never know. Automated ads help you earn more while optimizing the experience for channel members. Would you like to turn on ads? No dismiss button. 10-minute on Spy Morningstar. I would want lower second bar. Intro gang here. This went from I have to teach everybody all these patterns to I'm gonna just wait till someone calls out a pattern and then I'll just highlight it and look at it on stream. Dr. J, do you just want to do the stream? He's really calling out everything today. Remember when we're on smaller time frames to really focus on the open of that first candle. So in this case, it's that one. So the fact that it did this red into a basically nothing candle into a green over that is a good sign. Also pretty important because you're on the 10 with that call out and the 15-minute with this one. So I think those are also equally important. I think Dr. J's about to call low and high of day. You know, I've seen people do one, but I've never seen someone do both. Polo. Surprise, motherfucker.
If I ever have a bad day, I just need to come to my gifts. Just remind myself.
I am mixed, mostly extrovert. Wow, VC. LOL, I can't trade today, so I'm just looking at charts like crazy when I have a free sec. Yeah, okay, Mr. Market Maker. I hear you. Wink, wink. M. I need to start looking at Market Maker Move again. That is actually kind of an interesting target for each day. Instead of just saying intuition, I could actually start relating it to things that are factual. Instead of saying, I think today will be an inside bar today, I could literally just hit the market maker move targets and show people, look, guys, we shouldn't move outside of this. Looks like they were trying to hold the top of that purple level there, but they already fell right under it again. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream soon. So let me know if you guys have any questions or comments or anything that needs to be said. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow or not. So, yeah. Wait, is Jack Dorsey the smartest human being that's ever existed? Wait, Jack Dorsey is probably my favorite rich person now. I don't really like Jack Dorsey, but this might change all that. Jack Dorsey is potentially coming out with a Vine reboot. But this is insane, guys. This is what I'm about to read out to you. This is insane. The app won't just exist as a walk down memory lane, it will also allow users to create profiles and upload their own new Vine videos. However, unlike on traditional social media where AI content is often haphazardly labeled, Divine will flag suspected generative AI content and prevent it from being posted. What? So they're bringing Vine back and you can't use AI? This might be the greatest thing that's coming out this year. Or when does this come out? Wait, this might be like the coolest thing I've read all year. I've been saying for years, there's two things I've been saying. We need to invade Mexico, and Vine needs to make a comeback. I'm getting both of those things into the year of 2025. Oh my god. I just come back to the chat. Did I just read you say an OB? I guess there is one because I'm on the 10-minute. I see it. The 10-minute OB turned into a 15-minute OB. Got you. I beat you to one. Finally. And for that push below CDO, yeah, I think that's a very good forward-thinking process. I think that is definitely what is right in front of us. And since we've already been here before, it begs the question, is it higher probability that we should break it? Thanks, fam. Much love, everyone. Love you, Alexis. I don't even know what happened, but what's up? Thanks, and have fun with NVIDIA earnings. Now we need to see this outside bar close. A bunch of bearish candlestick patterns on different time frames from this fast bear move. Man, this time frame is so relaxing. Holy shit. No wonder y'all are on this so much. I keep like looking back and forth like I need to be checking every little tiny movement. Oh my god. This is so relaxing. If I've ever said anything towards a 10 or 15-minute trader, I apologize. You've been living a different life. A better life. Dude, you can almost fall asleep watching this time frame. All right. Today's open, guys. That is the main focus. 660 is also a key level. As many people have already stated before me in here, this does look like it's trying to go down. So, very crucial area on the chart right now between today's open and 660. 1 in 10. Oh, I guess, dude, watch that be like the perfect mix for me. I've just been avoiding it all these years. I'm just so addicted to the 5 in 1 minute. I didn't know the 10 in 1 minute were right in front of me. Because I've used both time frames a lot, but I don't think I've ever used those together before. At least on purpose. The 1 in 10 would go hard together, though. Those like slower 10-minute confirmations, a little broader view. And then you get like that 1 minute, that quick. I'm getting excited over time frames. It's so nice though when it clicks right and you're like, oh, nice, that makes sense. And then you like never have to study it ever again because you just know that you trust it. You could even forget the reason you trust it. Just keep trusting it. Delusional trust. A bunch of bearish. I already read that. Honestly, great updates this week, guys. I've been very proud of a lot of the updates, the trades, the trade reviews in here. I know some of you have bumped your heads a couple times, but A lot of you have been really good about your mindset about your losses. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of big losses either. I have yet to see someone post big losses. Um, but I do appreciate you guys keeping it open and just like, hey, yeah, I lost a trade today, but then I bounced back and I got this and this and that. Like, you're like actually able to share everything because you're not scared of they're gonna bully me or they're gonna be mean because I'm stupid. I made a bad trade. Like, you shouldn't be worried about that. This is a safe space, and honestly, you should laugh at yourself time and time again. It's the only way to grow, through some of those losses. Like, you're not going to get through it with whatever the fuck people tell you, patience and grind. And like, yeah, you're going to have to get through that over time. But initially, you kind of just need to laugh at yourself, move on from that. I don't take the one unless the 10 confirms. Man, Benny is on. It's on it. You got one share of glue? How did you get a share if I own them all? I'm being scammed. You literally couldn't buy a share. There's no way. How is this thing still moving up and down if I bought them all? This is bullshit. Apparently, I don't own every share. Like a little kid protecting his plate of food because he didn't want like a sibling to touch it. That's me right now with glue. Get away. Although the price started going down when they released. Yeah, I had to sell. I had to sell some shares. You know how it is. I don't know why I'm pretending to be like some rich person who owns GLOO. Like that would do anything. This is Igloo, right? That's what I remember you telling me, or was it a different company? If this isn't Igloo, I'm gonna be pissed. That's right, it's not Igloo, it's AI plus religion. Oh my god, I forgot all about this. Am I wrong to believe that this would be a perfect ticker for Igloo, though? Like, what have they been doing? You're telling me AI plus religion isn't just jumping straight up to 100 right now? That's actually insane. I thought that was honestly a combination that just literally could never be defeated. How long till I get an analyze screen on this stock? Glue's mission is to build the leading technology platform for the faith and flourishing ecosystem. Purpose is to shape. Why do they word it that way? Purpose is to shape technology as a force for good, so people can flourish and communities can thrive. This is grounded in our belief that relationships catalyze growth, and when technology is used to serve relationships, it transforms lives. Wait, so what do they do? That's like a horrible description, bro. Also, does that imply that there's bad technology companies? And if so, shouldn't we be combating bad technology companies? Not with a good technology company, but with like laws or something? I'm pretty sure there's not a company in the world that's in the S&P that doesn't exist without hurting a person. Let's be honest. It's not a perfect world. And whoever told you it was lied to you. We can definitely strive for a better one, but let's not pretend that it's fucking perfect. The chart pattern is going to look like Jesus in a few days. I hope so. That'd be kind of cool. Like that toast from years ago. I hate that I knew what you meant by that. And every time we talk about shapes, man, I'm always reminded of the Christmas tree. I don't have it drawn anymore, do I? I guess I deleted it a long time ago. Wasn't it the monthly of this chart or was it the weekly? I'm pretty sure it was the monthly. This was like a Christmas tree for a long time. Now I don't know what it is. Maybe it's building another tree. The tree had a kid. Like that toast from years ago. That needs to be put on a t-shirt. Just that. Like that toast from years ago. Sinful's comedian today. My replies to you right now, Andrew, are on another level. Axed a finger? No, please don't tell me you actually axed your finger. I think I'd be pissed and a little worried at the same time.
uh, you got her good? Yeah, bro. I don't even want to see the picture of that or anything. Please don't actually send me anything. I've seen multiple fingers cut off of bodies before. I don't need to be seeing that. I've seen my own boss's finger get cut off before. God, I'm like shaking. My hand is shaking thinking about it. That was actually so much blood. We were at this like customer's thing. Used to work for the Yakuza? No, bro. I swear to God, like plumbing is just very dangerous. It just doesn't seem like it on the outside. But there's a lot of dangerous things in plumbing. Like in plumbing, bro, there's pipes that are so heavy they can fall on you and kill you. Like just straight up like 16-inch cast iron. That could kill you. If it hits you on the head, you're done. And then there's like sink machines and like things that like move and rip things off really fast. Yeah. But he did that at a customer's house. He cut it off and his finger was in the sink and like all this blood filled up the sink. I didn't pass out, but I think I felt like the closest feeling to passing out. Because normally, like, I don't really trip over blood. Like, I've been hunting before. Like, I've seen blood and like all that stuff, but like this was different. This was like pressurized blood. That's a lot, though. I'm gonna quit talking about it. I'm honestly, that's kind of making my legs feel weak. All right, break of 660, guys. We're looking for break of 660. It's already kind of bearish due to being under that purple line there. Short term, but a break of today's open is happening now, and then a break of 660 would definitely be a nice little addition to the break of CDO. The house I bought, the entire plumbing is copper. That's normal for like the water pipes. 4 inches? That must be the main you're seeing or something. There's no way that's like a normal line in the house. Bro, I would replace all that copper with PEX piping. You can rent one of the tools from a rental place. Very cheap. It's really easy, bro. Anyone can do it. I don't even know if your state even has that kind of like plumbing identification thing. Like, I don't even know if it's illegal in Michigan or not. But either way, I would definitely replace all that shit with PEX. And then I would scrap that copper for money. Every bit of it. The brass fittings too, scrap it. Yeah, PEX is the move. PEX is the future. I can personally tell you that. So it's a little bit of a bitch though when you're replacing piping. But yeah. I would still get like copper stub outs though. Like let's say you're replacing like a stop valve under a sink or at a toilet or at a literally anything like any fixture in your house. I would definitely still buy the copper stub outs though. I wouldn't go cheap and get the PEX stub outs. I would get the copper stub outs because then you can cut them with the copper tool at the end. Put the stop valve, the water stop valve on it, and then yeah, you have like a pretty professional looking plumbing system for your house. Somebody spent mad money on the copper. Well, to be fair, back then copper was like kind of normal. I've replaced so many houses with copper because it's just the norm. Steel, copper, PVC. Shit, even before PVC was out, everybody used ABS. They didn't even use PVC yet. And you'd be surprised how many places have steel water pipes that are like not good US steel. It's like Chinese steel. Chinese steel breaks down a lot quicker and it's a lot rustier and it's a lot shittier. Don't get me wrong, steel pipes in general just are shitty, but if it's Chinese steel, it's even worse. And you can tell just by the pimpling on the outside of it. But yeah, a repipe, that's what it's called. Repipe. That's what you need in your house. Repiping drains is a lot more expensive and difficult though, Maddie. Like the water pipes, I would definitely do though. And even if you don't do all the water pipes, you could at least do the risers, the things that go up the wall, because those are easier to replace. But and I would honestly just do it all if you're gonna do it at all, or just keep the copper longer. Whatever you want. Yeah, PEX is cool. Sometimes when I'm sleeping in my dreams, I can hear the damn PEX tool. I hear or the what's the copper thing called? ProPress, bro. The ProPress tool. That's like professional copper work with like O rings on the insides of everything. That gun sounds crazy too. Yeah, the PEX gun's the wild one. Oh, you already did the risers. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, those are like 99% of the time where the worst part of your pipes are going to be are the risers or the elbows even. Plus, they're the easiest to replace. Good shit though. You're already ahead of it. uh, the chat's cursed. I just use the hand snips for pecs. Easy work. Oh yeah, hand snips are perfect. Be careful with shark bites, bro. Those are only supposed to be temporary fixes. You shouldn't leave those long term on anything, especially on a pressured pipe. I can tell you from personal experience, I've seen that flood houses because they thought, oh, it's shark bite, I'll leave it on there forever. It's like, no, you're only supposed to leave it on there for like a little bit, in between repairs is when you're supposed to do that. You don't want to leave shark bite on anything long term. But it's kind of nice to put it on there because then you're like, oh, I'll come back tomorrow, ma'am, and then you come back tomorrow and you like fix it. So she doesn't have to worry that night, but you definitely don't want to leave it on there forever. Yeah, shark bites are pretty cool too. You'd be surprised how many shark bites I've put on different like ends of caps for like dead lines and stuff, dude. There's so many shark bites across the city of Houston. You just made me remember a really stupid joke, Maddie. Potentially seeing the breakdown. We already talked about the possibility of this due to the failed bullish move holding and the current day open failing as well. Now we're seeing the last really thing we can really use for context to go down at 660. Everything else is telling us to go down. If we see a retake here after falling and then retaking, that would have to tell us that we're probably done making new lows and new highs in the day. I like how I was like, I'm going to end the stream soon, and then I sat here for another like 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. Don't put them in walls, like where you can't even get to the damn thing. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere they can't cause a lot of damage. It's exactly what they're for. You don't want to put them somewhere it's like, fuck. How do I get to that? I would also be surprised how many people put them on incorrectly. They'd like put them on and not snap all the snaps in. They would just snap it once. It's like, bro, like there's like teeth around the thing. You can see it. You can feel it when you're putting it on something. I guess I'll stay a little bit longer to see if this dips more, but I am going to be ending the stream soon. So if you guys have any questions or anything to drop in the stream, please feel free to drop it in there. Drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Yesterday, I appreciate all the gifted memberships. Definitely don't put those to waste if you were gifted a membership yesterday, guys, on YouTube. A lot of cool videos and breakdowns and playlists and stuff like that for you. Oh my god, somebody literally called what you just typed, Ace. Somebody said you would have said that if you were here yesterday. I don't even remember who it was. It was like Carter or Maddie or someone. Someone literally said, it might have been Linwood actually. Someone literally said that if Ace was here, he'd say rigged. Because it went out to like 15 people. And you would never believe who the first gifted sub went to. So Kevo gifted 10 gifted subs, right? The very first one went to Kevo himself. But I'll be honest, it did go to a lot of really good people. I'm getting better, brother. I am very happy to hear that. Did you do something new, or you're just reviewing and you're like, damn, I'm a badass? A new one? All right, bet I'll wait then. Wait, Gary and Carter both got one? Now I definitely have to wait. Maddie, that was you. Yeah, I was as soon as I saw Ace type that, I was like, my brain just like went off. I was like, wait, somebody literally said that he would type this. My neurons were firing off. That's all Ace types these days, though. You know, he used to be really cool, guys. He'd like come in here and be like, yeah, guys, this is what's gonna happen. This is what we should look for. This is what to look for. But now he just comes in here and says rigged. You know, like it's really sad. He used to care about you guys. I don't know what happened. I'm gaslighting like crazy. Ace is super cool. That's all I'll say. All right, Carter and Gary. Where are we at? Last of the day, most likely. I would honestly hope so. 658 same day. Rejected the 50% of the move down. Made a 5-minute outside bar. There's that 5-minute outside bar. Lost current day open and the previous day control point. Both super important levels. Entry on the white, stop loss at the 50 on the 5-minute. Oh, of the 5-minute OB. That makes more sense. Or the 1-minute IB yellow area to get a better L. Sold in a push of new low of day, 32%. I really like what you said here. Rejected 50% of the move down, so you understand direction. Now you just need a trigger. What's your trigger? Made a 5-minute outside bar. You got your trigger now. Oh, what the fuck? What'd you add? Oh. Okay, he just added that. No, you're good. But either way, kind of giving yourself like direction, probability wise, we're both thinking down. Now we're just looking for that thing to like let us get in on that potential down. You know what I'm saying? You got that outside bar, then you got a second 5-minute lower high outside bar, which honestly I love this a lot more. A little Lee test vibe. And then he talked about other key levels that we were breaking or underneath already, which gives further like confidence and context on why we're bearish or why we think this should go down. And I like your stop loss too, of the 5-minute outside bar, kind of giving yourself a little bit of room to play with, but not so much that you're going to get completely fucked if you're wrong, because you know that would suck. Which actually, that ended up working out for you really well. Really good hold. You even had rising volume on that to throw you off, but it was still under the lower high. It really did need to get above this. So I guess we could talk about how to tweak the entry, but honestly, I think this was honestly the best you were given at the time. Because you could say, well, why didn't you just wait till after this? It's like, how the fuck are you going to know that's going to happen? You don't know that. So in my opinion, this is a good entry. It just sucks you had that reaction afterwards, but good job not just, you know, giving into fear on, oh, big green candle. You remembered, hey, wait a minute. This is still under the 50% of that outside bar. So you reminded yourself, wait, this is why I'm bearish. Which makes for a tighter stop loss. Come on, people. Really, really good trade on this. This is probably my favorite trade of the day from you. I don't know, though. I really liked, which one was it? I think it was this one. I really liked your entry on this one. I really did. It was under the 50%, under the pre-market high. I really liked that one a lot. This was very nice, though. I'm not gonna lie, and you got a lot bigger result from it. No, you're good, Linwood. I figured you were busy. I think we could try to figure it out. Good job, though, Carter. Really, really good job. And I'm really happy to see you got like a lot bigger gain on that, too. You got something for your hard work. Damn. I'm pretty sure this is where he entered. What? And then you sold this? How the fuck? How do you go back? Filled at 1 at 9, filled at 61. Damn. That is really good, actually. All right, let's see what he did here. That would have been cool if we got a retest of this today, but we never got that. Came back down under 663. Honestly, he did it too. You and Carter did the same thing with like being able to hold through some shit. You both held through that. Insane exit too. That is an insane exit. Me and Carter were just glazing how awesome it feels to exit in the direction you're trading in. Too many people are waiting for like a level to get hit or some shit. It's like, bro, if I'm up 75% on a new low, huh? Like at least trim, you know? Just breaks my mind when people see that shit. And look, if he would have been greedy, he would have been fucked. He did really good on this. This is a very, very nice breakdown. Did he have that level too? 660? Yeah, he has it. He got it twice, actually. Honestly, no explanation needed. I like the candle he's on, too. He's got a nice little wick on top. Kind of just broke down, came back up, wick on top. When it dropped, too, and it came back up, he had a little bit of confidence, probably, because, again, he knows he entered on this wick. So, I mean, seeing another wick pop up here should, if anything, give you more confidence. It shouldn't scare you. That's a crazy reaction, too, from that candle. So that should definitely pick up his confidence. Probably allowed him to hold through that a little bit. Got another dip, and by that time, he's probably like, damn, time to get out. That's a sick trade, bro. How long did that take? That took 37. What's that? Look, an hour and 15 minutes. Am I reading that wrong? No, that's right. An hour and 15. That's really good, actually. Considering how long he was in that trade. Dude, good shit, Linwood. That's a really big gain, too. Carter and Linwood, good shit. I hope y'all are done for the day. Of course, I can't control you, but good shit. Oh, he added a little. Oh, you say a little. That's actually a pretty good amount. Got basic work. Rejected the levels of direction with no clear entry, which gave direction. We rejected the levels of direction with no clear entry, which gave direction. I love that. Lost pre-market high, retested it. Entered with direction in mind. Wanted to see system work, so I held through the levels, even though it scared me. But wow, okay, so you did get a little worried. It scared me, but Con held well, and it was never down over 20%. Got busy at work. White line was new stop loss. Where's the white line? Am I blind? Where is the white level? I guess I didn't look at that. Am I colorblind? Some good trade reviews, man. I'm just quietly sitting here just reading them over again. I don't really see any of them that I'm like, man, you're really lazy. Or like, oh, this is kind of fucked up, dude. What are you even talking about? I do want to see more reps, I think, that aren't live trades from everybody. Like, Linwood's done a really good amount, and I'm sure everybody has, but I mean, like, instead of over trading, I'm not saying anyone here did that today. I still don't think I'd label anyone here as an over trader yet. But, like, from here, like, this would be the time to start just getting mental reps or something, you know? Since you've done this much, you and Carter. Good shit, though, guys. I'm very proud of y'all. Nothing to worry about yet. You just got to keep being consistent, maintaining. Remember what I told you. Maintaining is harder than anything you'll ever do. It's so easy to expose yourself to making mistakes. When literally you just have to just do nothing. Like, honestly, you guys have had such a great week. You don't need to trade tomorrow and Friday. Like, I would still try to show up and, like, get a rep. But you guys don't have to do anything else the rest of the week. Now, I think you still should because you guys are on a hot streak and you guys are doing really well. And I think even if you were to take a loss right now, I don't think it would fuck you up. I think you would just take it and move on, you know? I think you guys are a little stronger than that now. But I would definitely be in that mindset that, you know, you're kind of in a position where you don't really need to. So unless something pops up that, like, really, really looks nice and you really, really like and you've practiced and looked at a bunch, you know, then fuck it, get in. Get in it. But unless you see that, then I'd just chill. Not saying avoid everything. I would still pay attention to what the market's doing, but you don't need to be as engaged with it now that you've done your damage for the week. And that's before the NVIDIA earnings. We have NVIDIA earnings today after hours. FOMC minutes, which, again, not that crazy. And then you have more market data coming out. For sure. Now, mental reps of what did we break the low of day and get down to retake a CDO PCP after all these good moves? Yeah, no, 100%. And you guys have, I'm really proud of y'all's, like, not like, I'm not just sitting here like, oh, I'm so happy because you guys made money. Like, I'm just happy because you guys are getting good reps. Like, your trades are really, really good reps. You guys are actually catching real strategies. You're not just, like, catching random candles. Like, oh, it's under these two levels? Nice. I'm definitely more bearish than bullish. Let me take some risk on that. But let me do it as close to that level as I can, so I can potentially make as much as I can or have clear risk in case I'm wrong. So I think it really just revolves around how close can we trade around those key levels for the best potential trades. And you could see even Gary on his trade, he said he was a little worried, but he wanted to see the trade work out and he wanted to trust the system. And what happened? It ended up working out. But I also want to see it when things go wrong. Like, if it was to go back above whatever level you were setting as a stop loss, like, you need to get out and be in the understanding of, like, all right, that was a good setup. It just didn't work out. And be able to understand there's a difference between that and, oh, that was a bad entry, bad setup. This is a shitty trade. Why did I even take that? You know, there's a huge difference between those two trades. So I think once we figure that out, that'll, like, honestly help a lot of us. Once we practice that more, get that down more. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the stream there. I am a little tuckered out. I'm not going to lie. I need to go check on my dog, too. She's been, like, ripping my door apart. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you guys for the swing this week on RTX. I think we did lose that one on WBD. We made good profits on scalps both Monday and Tuesday. Had the RTX swing today. So, I mean, honestly, really good bunch of plays from me. But I don't like to just take credit because there's a lot of people in chat who are also kind of adding into that. You know, between Garden and Carter and Linwood and Kevo and Woots, and just, like, all the 50 different fucking people in chat who are just active every other day, like, or active every day. Like, they give you really good signals. Really good, clear, informational posts. You know, it's not just the meat. They also give you the potatoes. There's me using that again. Added a little 69.38. It was the open of a 1 minute candle, but I sold because it was in the middle of a lift. Oh, you were in the middle of a lift. $659.38. It was the open of a 1 minute candle, but I sold because I was in the middle of a lift and I sold in volume. It ended up better for me. Damn, good shit. 10% on the account today is crazy. Hopefully we could see some more consistency in the gains too for all of us over the long haul. But good job, Linwood. Linwood's done a really good job of like easing himself into live trades. And he's honestly been doing a really good job. He's been taking it very seriously. He went from just straight up reps and mental reps and paper trades to he's actually kind of mixing them all together now, and he's doing everything. Still going through his reps and still getting his trades. Good shit, dude. I'm proud of you. I think a lot of people are too, because I think a lot of us have like feel invested in your journey a little. I know I do. All right, guys. Thank you guys for the stream. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for all the time this week. Seriously, like I don't even know how many hours we streamed this week, but every single one of them were worth it. Between the plays and the messages, the questions, the breakdowns, the conversations we have. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys again. Be sure to join the Discord if you're interested in continuing to discuss with anybody in here in the Discord as well. And yeah, see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day.